like hang out. Yeah, I had like it's crazy how the marketplace, I want to talk about the marketplace. It's crazy how good the marketplace can be when you're not even live. Like I list so many items in the marketplace, they sell on their own. So I keep adding to it. Right now I have like almost 600 or 537, I guess it is. So not quite 600. But I hope all of you are doing well. And let's see. Last night was like a really nice chat. I think I was on for a really long time. But I'm going to be doing some new and Amy Lisbiz, what's up? How are you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing good. Big hugs. Mimics. Mimics, my friend. How are you? How the heck are you? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Yeah. Hugs back. I love the hugs. I know they're good hugs. Say hello to Lily. Yeah, it's late. It's late here. Okay, we're on YouTube. We don't need to be on Facebook tonight. Yeah, we don't need to be on there. Bunny, honey, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Is that Devil Bella? Is that how you say your name? I like it. Today's your 29th day having straight live. Have you been going live every day? Are you doing a 365 de-archivist challenge? It's a lot, right? It's a lot. That's why you see like even doing 29 days, you see like how you have to mix it up with like chat, hangout, community. Yeah, because whatnot's more than selling. Yeah, exactly. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. My friend Madison's Craft Corner started the de-archivist challenge, and she's on day 261. She's getting there. And it's hard. It's hard to do it. But she said when she hits 365, she's done. I'll believe it. I haven't gotten one of her shows in a while because we like are literal opposites because of the time zones and stuff. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm so glad to hear that, Bunny. Yeah. I know. I feel like I haven't even caught your stream either. You found some pillows in your storage and napped. Oh, that's nice, Mimic. Yeah. You've been on and off. You passed out cleaning your locker. Well, one, I don't know if it's super hot where you're at, but it's been pretty humid here. Tonight, well, today we had a little bit of rain. I mean, couple of like very scattered thunderstorms, and that's like Los Angeles area. But it was not, it was hot, but it was really humid. I just like stayed inside like a vampire would in the daytime. So I'm just running like random flash sales right now. I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule. I know sleep schedules are, you're telling the wrong person. Yeah. What's up, rubbish? How are you, friend? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, the sleep schedules is very, you know what? Sleep is really, really important to your physical and mental health. So make sure you guys take care of that. Before I went live, I was really tired. I made dinner for everybody. I just wasn't super hungry. I had like a big salad at lunchtime, so I wasn't into it. And I made pizza for them. And I was like, I'm gonna lay on my bed because it was like that time when I get really tired and just take like a half hour nap. Well, I was out. I was out. I woke up at 9 o'clock and I laid down at like 6:30. So I needed that. Yeah. Put my feet up, exercise. I actually exercised before that. And it felt good, actually. Then I ate an apple. That's what I ate. I ate an apple. And then I just drank a bunch of water and relaxed. You woke up confused? Oh, condo locker unit. So it was nice and cool in there. Yeah, dark, cool, and quiet. I mean, that's the best. Yeah, I couldn't imagine falling asleep in my shed. It's not hot hot, but it's like humid in there. Even though I have like an insulator and I mean insulated and I have an air conditioner, I have to put the air conditioner in the I have to like cut it and box it in. But it's been so hot I don't want to be out there. Yeah. But when I put the air conditioner, it'll be nice. I'm going to put solar on it. I have a solar kit. I just need to put it on there. Yeah, DIYD. I like the DIY stuff. But with it being all humid like that, to be honest, I don't want to be out there. I mean, for a little bit. But once I get out there and get working on it, then it's not a big deal. Welcome in, friends. Hello. We're just having a chat. I'm running some flash deals. So, and if you see anything in the bin that doesn't have flash deal, feel free to make an offer. Let's see. Let's do some of these Skylanders. I have a bunch of them. I want to like. Let's get rid of them all. Oh, that's great weather. I love it. I wish it was 50 or 60 here. It's like maybe 78. It's kind of warm, but it's not bad at all. Might be 80. You too, rubbish. Take care. I didn't even see. Did you say? Oh no, I was saying you answered me. Yeah, we're just chilling. We're vibing, hanging out. And I'm gonna run some Skylanders right now. There's pictures there. I'm running them at 50% off, basically. And what happens if you're in here and you're like lurking? If you happen to see the shipping, it's like $4 or $5 or even a little bit more. Just know that you have to basically buy 1 pound of stuff, and then you get up to 5 pounds for the same price. So you're paying for 5 pounds essentially, up to 5 pounds at one rate of $9.21. So say you buy one item, it's like $5. You just got to buy the second item, and your shipping is going to be the difference. It would be $4.21 more. And then every item up until it doesn't tell you means it's up to 5 pounds. And I don't inflate my shipping. My shipping is actually actual weight packaged, because I never know if you're going to be buying one item or 50 items, because it does happen on here from time to time. So I want you to be clear and understand that. Yeah, there's sellers that do run every item at 1 pound. I do not do that. You can see in the shipping anyhow. Oh, it's going to be, yeah, below 32 in no time, right? I know. We'll see Peacock coming in here, and Peacock will be telling us that it's freezing too. Anyway, I'm running Skylanders 50% off. So if that's something you're interested, you'll see it pin at the screen, and then it will absolutely be available for the whole stream at 50%. Olga, how are you doing? Olga, do you have a show scheduled? Did I see this correctly? Are you going to do it? Is that your first show also? How exciting. Yes? Oh my gosh. You guys, Olga Carrillo 2023 is actually, or 2003 is having first show. So go bookmark it. Go check it out. What are you going to be selling? Hello, friends coming in. She lives in the in the warmer part? Okay. You're welcome. I hope it goes really good. I'll try to make it. I know I bookmarked it too. I'll try to make it, because I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head right now what time it is, my time zone. Yeah. Are you ready? I know you're ready. Well, you're sometimes never ready. Even every day I go live on here, I'm never fully ready. I am never fully ready. So if you're watching on YouTube, hello. Sorry I didn't make it over right away. I am running some flash sales that you cannot participate in unless you take a picture of the QR code, which is like right here, and you join the live stream. So let's see, are we live over there? Yeah, we're live. Let's see if our the live stream. Yeah, we got a few friends. What's up, Nacho? Yes, I'm in space. You don't need air conditioning in space. You're right. Oh, hey, Pornhub, how you doing? What's going on? How are you guys over there on YouTube doing? What is this stream about? PR gaming? I don't know. I'm running auctions over here on whatnot.com, which is essentially like the fastest growing selling platform really ever. They sell everything on here. It's sellers like myself up to large companies that are selling just about pretty much any kind of household decor, vintage decor, sports cards, shoes, luxury purses, bougie sneakers, clothing, pretty much you name it, electronics. Yeah, you can pretty much find you can find almost anything that's legal to sell on here. Yeah. Old ephemera, postcards, sports memorabilia. That's quite a big category, the sports card, trading card, and like Pokemon. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're just running flash sales. I sell a variety of items, pretty much like estate sale finds, vintage decor, some mystery type blind bags. You and your fat fingers took you out of the show when I bookmarked it. I know I do that all the time. Yeah. What's up? NSB Stellar, how are you doing? Rabies girl. Hello, Gabriella. How are you doing? Welcome in, friends. You did it on here, Miss V? You're welcome. Glad you're here. You did? How was it? Some of them I'm very skeptical about, but because I am it was good. Oh, good. Better than you expected, right? Yeah. Sometimes I'm skeptical because I have some talents. Better. That's good. It's always a fun experience anyhow. And if you read like their language under the auction, it's like, we interpret everything different. Yeah. I would like to see a medium come on here, like a true medium. I would definitely do that in a private. I don't know if there is anybody that is a real like talk to the dead kind of medium. You have a bunch of vintage jewelry you need to get rid of. What places could I take you to and see if they would want it? Well, locally, like if you can't sell on whatnot, depending on what country you're from, you can go to like a local antique store. Sometimes they buy it, or a jewelry store. If it's real jewelry, sometimes they'll look at it and tell you, hey, it's worth $20. I'll give you 10. Or it's worth a couple hundred. I'll give you $100. It just depends. Or you could have a jackpot. Or you can come to whatnot. Well, it depends. You can't say, oh, it's worth this much because I I haven't seen it, and it just depends. Oh, you should sign up and come on whatnot. It's awesome. I mean, you got to have a little bit of experience to ship, know how to pack it and all that. And people sell their stuff. Oh, that's it? Oh, okay. Yeah, tarot cards. It's like, again, just a fun little thing. Sometimes they're pretty dead on, and sometimes, what's up, Dutch? How you doing? Sometimes they're not, but it's fun. $10, it's just fun. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, Zila, you should check it out. It's pretty good. At least you could sign up with that QR code on my screen. You could get a free account. It's free to join. Here's the deal. Whatnot will give you $15 off your first order. Okay, so if you come to Whatnot, once you sign up, it'll show you my name on the screen. On the QR code, it should show my name, D_archivist. Yeah. And you just basically take a picture and then sign up and come to it. And then in order to be in my stream, you have to be verified with your driver's license and all that stuff. Because I only want to have verified buyers, to be honest, bidding, because sometimes the payments don't go through. There's issues with the addresses. And so I'd rather just have it, be serious buyers. It doesn't waste anybody's time, especially other bidders in this stream. You're very welcome. But Whatnot will give you $15 off your first purchase. So you set up a buyer account, and then if you message me, I'll give you a link for a seller account, which gives me a referral fee. And because I don't think there's one under the video. But what they do is they have a promotion. So if you go live in the first week, they will give you like a promotion. If you sell $150 worth of stuff in your first stream and go live in the first week, they match that up to that amount. Griff's Thrift with the raid. What's up? How are you guys doing? Thank you, thank you. And there's an OG right here in the house. What is up, G? Welcome in, all the friends. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. Okay, we're doing this. Volleyballs, that's right. Thank you, thank you. Let's give hold on. Oh, thank you, Zero. We're gonna give I like to give away little packs of cards. They're just kind of fun. So thank you for joining. We're hanging out. I was running Flash. Oh, I'm in space, so it's hard to see everything. Huge raid. That's right. Thank you, Griff. How was your show? If you guys don't know Griff's Thrifts, he's an OG. He started 3 years ago, and we were the old school group that would be basically the only ones on in vintage decor and estate sales. I'm gonna give a squishmallow. My auctions always have the picture. My giveaways always do. Anyway, we used to do walkover raids back in the day because we were the only two on late at night. And there might have been a lot of other people on, but they were in like sports card categories. But we were the ones. Everybody would be sleeping. Then pretty soon people figured it out and started staying on late, right, G? He did 300 lots of jewelry. He and Mama, yes, him and his Mama are rock stars. 300 lots. I know. We always tell, we got to keep that story alive. It was a lot of fun. It still is a lot of fun. Yeah. So you guys make sure you're following Griff's Thrifts. He is an OG. Plus, he's real chill. His shows are great. Sometimes I like to come in there. I haven't been in there in a while. I've been thinking about coming in there and having you break something for me. But I don't think you do it now. You won't do it for me. Yesterday was your birthday? Go enjoy yourself, Griff. Drive safe, okay? Because I know it's like, 2 a.m. Yeah, have a nice dinner. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Drop some cakes, you guys. Oh, yeah, get some. I hope you had some cake. 2:45. Yeah. Be careful driving home. You made a lot of purchases from him? Well, he's a great packer. He's a great packer. All right, my friend. Yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, I'm going to come in Griff stream when he's selling vintage or anything ceramic, and I'll buy it and tell him to smash it on the floor. Usually it's something that has a crack in it, or it's ugly and they overproduced it. Then everybody gets mad. I made everybody mad last time. He's a really nice guy. And I said, well, you guys could have bought it. We just had a good laugh over it. But I never want to make anybody triggered or mad about it. It's kind of fun. So to understand what the smash is, when I started on Whatnot, I would do smash or ship. Yeah, I would do smash or ship, which meant you could bid it, win it, save it, ship it to you, or smash it. No, you couldn't. Well, that was cute. But this was like some cowboy boot. I think it was a cowboy boot. And I recently seen a whole bunch of them. But it's very therapeutic. You could think what you want. He would have wrote something on it. He smashed it on the floor. It was vintage, but it was cheap. Yeah. Yeah, it was cheap. But that's the fun of it. If you don't like it and you hear it's a smash or save show, then you got to save it. But I've not. Yeah, they still have smash rooms. It's very therapeutic, though, to be honest. But like doing the smash, it wasn't like a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe like 20 pieces or something. What started that when I first started is I did a piggy bank smash show, and inside the piggy banks, select piggy banks, I had 10 piggy banks. Some were vintage and really amazing, and then some were just regular, and a couple of handmade where I painted on them, and people would bid on them, and then taped to the bottom would be like some gift card or something. And then there was this really cool one. This really awesome one. It was SeaWorld. And it was from the 70s, and it was Shamu. And it was like a very hard to find piggy bank. Well, this lady wanted it because she had childhood trauma at SeaWorld. And she had to win it, and she said smash it. And it was like really a nice one. Had a tiny nick on it. And she's like, smash it. And everybody was having a heart attack because she goes, I'm winning that. I'm smashing it. She bid like $60 on that thing. She wanted it. She got it. And then I go, okay, are you ready? So it's a mess. Like I have it back on my little table. You can't see my table in space. And so I said, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, if this triggers you, I had a warning. I have show notes for that kind of stuff. I said, if it triggers you, please, you got to scroll out because I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So if you stay at this point, and I had my mod was writing all kinds of things. And so I said, are you ready? And I go, I'm going to count to 3 and then I'm going to smash it. So instead of counting to 3, I just went bam, real quick. And she goes, that was better. I didn't think you were going to do it on the 3. Yeah. Anyways, it was pretty funny, but I don't do it to like, oh, I hate vintage. It's not at all like that. Here goes the winner right now for the pack of Squishmallows. You'll be shipped it. Let's see who gets it. Sandy's Trinkets. Congratulations. You're going to get a pack of Squishmallow cards. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just like a fun thing, Some people are, yay, you're welcome. You are very welcome. Some people get offended by it, but it's not, I don't take like good items. And although I did have somebody come in and want to buy like this expensive item and smash it. I was like, are you sure? Because, you're going to make a lot of people mad. And that person did. They're not on the platform anymore, but I mean, if they want me to do that, that's what they're paying for. I do it every now and then. It's really messy to clean up. Yeah. What's up, Daniel? How you doing? Hey, Kazan. Veronica. No. Anyways, yeah, whatnot. Oh, Olga, thank you for the compliment. I just saw that. I know. And you know why it red chat you? Because the word smash is like, it sounds like something else, which is silly, but yeah. Yeah, it does that. Like, I want to smash it. I want to smash your face. It sounds like, yeah, I got a different microphone, but it doesn't, there's still something with it that you can't hear my mystery bags when I open them up. So I go straight to violence in those streams, but I do put a PSA on the thumbnail. Yeah, I do that now. But originally, I don't know who. Oh, Black Castle was the first one to do the Smash shows. And then Green 13. Oh, I just did 30 seconds. That's okay. Green 13 and myself were like up there, and I was like, this is amazing. I don't know why they're going 30 seconds. That's okay. I'm gonna run a ton of them right now. I need this other mouse. That mouse is so clickety loud. You guys like the clicks? Yeah, in red chat sometimes. Yeah, certain word comment. I mean, I've pretty much realized. I learned very early on what words trigger with the red chat words. So I know how to work my way around it and make them show up. But usually I don't. Usually if I use one of those words, it's because I know the seller and I'm trying to get their attention to tell them like, hey, somebody requested number, 24 or something. Yeah. It depends. Yeah, some certain combinations of words. Yeah. But I like, you figure them out because they're not that hard. And maybe that was a clue. No, it's automatic with whatnot, but you can mute certain words. So for example, if you don't want people to promote themselves, you can use certain words. Like when I'm selling, I mean, I'm not a jerk, but I'm like, this is my stream, so I have certain rules. Yeah. So if I'm selling, I will mute the word shipping because a lot of times people come in and ask me shipping questions because I have a chat show, which I don't mind answering. But if I'm in the middle of selling, I got people requesting, it's busy. It's kind of hard to do that. It distracts me in my show. Rushkara, hello. Yeah, but I think people learn that. New sellers don't know that yet, but it's up to us to like, educate. I mean, there are sellers, I've seen it, where someone comes in and asks something about, hey, can I promote my show? And they block them. It doesn't teach them anything. It just, they block them. Yeah, they don't, their mods kick them out. So it's kind of like, well, how are they going to learn? Yeah. So it's a teaching. Like I had somebody spamming me their shows and I wrote them and I just explained to him about that. One, it's against policy. Two, you're probably not going to get anybody come to your show this way. To be honest, in 3 years I've been here, it's very rare for me to go to a show on one of those. I usually delete those messages because I get so many and I don't want it to mix up my my requests from buyers or, customers that have already purchased from me. But now I don't do that. Whatnot system filters those now. The new filter is great. Now when people go and share me somebody's show and they go, hey, Dee, I think you might like this. She sells broken doll heads or whatever. They took the time to send that. Of course, I'm going to check it out. Yep. Awesome Vintage. What's up? Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. We are just hanging out. I'm running some flash sales. Welcome in. Thank you so much. How was your show? Thank you. Thank you. Hey, how are you? Everybody give Awesome Vintage a follow. They have some really great stuff, some really great shows. I'm glad to hear it. We're just getting started here for about 27 minutes. We're a little chatty, chat, and flash sales. And if anybody's looking for anything, feel free to search the shop, which is the Buy It Now. And you can find all kinds of items from vintage to estate sale items, blind bags, mystery. There's a lot of glass in there, actually. So if you search vintage or glass, you'll find a bunch. Yeah, that's great to hear. So welcome in. There's not really any sports cards in there, but there's some packs. Yeah, there's some packs. There's some Hello Kitty packs. Any minis? I probably have a bunch of minis. Let's run some flash. Like what kind of minis? I have mini brands, which you want vintage minis. Let me see. I don't know what's in there that's mini. I have a mini coffin. Oh, here's a little hand-painted penguin. Danielle, what's up? I finally catch you. I'm going to run. So here's a little penguin. It's wooden, hand-painted. I'll run some of the smaller, like some are vintage, some are not vintage. It'll say it in it. This one's just a little hand-painted. Some people like them. And some are like mini. I don't have any mini stuff, but I have some mini candy, glass candies. No, I don't have any right now. Yeah, those are awesome. Any cute? So on some stuff I'm running. Well, let's run this one a little more. I've had it for a while. This is an elephant. It's a trunk down elephant. All right, let's see. These are all not minis. Here's a little planter. We're gonna run this. Yeah, so I'll try to run it. Yeah, there's some cute stuff in there. Unfortunately, because there's so much of it, you gotta like look. So here's a little planter, not vintage. I'll run it. Here is a beautiful fused glass dish with little mini candies. So I can run that as a flash show. I think there's 7 little glass candies in it. And I'll run that. I'll run that 30%. It's really amazing. And they're tiny. Hello, Jody. How you doing? Stormy, hello. Welcome in, friends. Yes, I'll run a bunch of little stuff in here. I have this little miniature metal footbridge. It's vintage, but it's not signed Japan. It has like a little bit of rubber underneath it. It's 2 inches. So I'll run that one right now at 25%. I'm just running some random ones that I have in there. Let's see. I have some dogs, but they're not mini, but they're smalls. Yeah. Oh, okay, this is like the Marilyn Monroe of dogs. It is so cute. One of the dogs has like a little mole on it. And it's Japan. So I'll run that as a flash sale. Usually I run those I'll run them at 20%. So then is that one Japan? It's probably Japan. So run a couple more of these. Here's like not a vintage, but it does have some wear on it. I always put like the caution signs so people know that there's nicks or chips. So again, I'm just going to run random. They stay on flash sale for 2 hours. Yeah, I put them for the whole time I'm live, which that's my goal tonight, to be a white mouthy poo. Here's something you can write, actually. You can personalize like the bone with your dog's name. And if I miss anything, let me scroll back in the chat real quick, because sometimes I'm looking. You guys were doing the minis tonight. That's great. I'm actually waiting for an order of Wades. So I'm going to have a whole bunch of Wades. I'm going to do surprise sets with the Wades. And I'm going to put them in a printer drawer, and then I'm going to sell them. Yeah, not in the printer drawer. I'm not going to ship a printer drawer because, yeah, I've been doing that since I started on Whatnot. I think the caution brings attention and it lets people know that there's something going on with this listing. Yeah, it's very important to do that. How are you, Danielle? I don't know if you're still over there. I haven't seen you in a while. You still buying pelicans? Watching from afar. I appreciate you. What do you guys here on Whatnot Collect? What's up, Yankees? How are you doing? Hello, Star Stew. Welcome in. Wisco Woods, hello. We're just hanging out, peaceful. Just hanging out. Let me fix this. You collect stick pins, do you? I sold a ton of those on here when I first started. Yeah. And it was funny, like I sold so many of the holders for them, which I was like, what are these things? Because I wasn't familiar with them. Like hat pins, yeah. Correct? Yeah, I think so. Hot mess, how are you doing? Welcome in. Okay, this one I have to wrap a bunch, so here's a vintage Atlantic mold ceramic black poodle. It's pretty good size, so I put 15% off. Hat pins are longer, but basically the same. So what do you use the stick pins? Here's another one. I'm gonna run these they're puppy dogs. One of them has, I think, a broken flower off the top. So it's for both of them. So I'm gonna run those on flash sale. It should pin in a sec here. There it goes. They're Napco. And then I have this gorgeous pointer dog bronze on marble. This is definitely a beautiful piece. It is vintage. It's on a piece of marble. So I'll do 30% off on that one. I've had that one for a little bit. It's really, really nice. Some of them sell for like $500-600, and it's heavy, so it has to ship by itself. Yeah, I think it's like almost 5 pounds packaged. Hello, Linda. Welcome in. Hey, Joy. Okay, so they're the same. Stick pins can be used in lapels or hats or really anything. Okay, so they're similar, but they have more of a point, I think, on the bottom, right? And a little bit longer. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna look through mine and see. Yeah, I'm totally looking through mine to see. I gotta see this on Google. That's a pretty cool thing to collect. Let's see, antique ones. Let's see what they look like. Oh, I know exactly now. Okay. Are they the same as like a scarf pin? You have wait, 6,000? Okay, I have a question. How did you come about like collecting that type of item? Like, I'm always curious about how people come about collecting things. Like, did you see it as a child and you just love them? Some of them are beautiful. Hello, Jacqueline. How you doing? 23. Hello. Alicia. Hello. Yeah, some point. I have some where they have that little tiny piece that it clips on the end of it. But they're not hat pins. Those are stick pins, yeah. Because they were small, easy to collect. How do you display them? I mean, I hope you don't mind me asking. I just find it amazing. They're beautiful. Some are so beautiful. Tina, what's up? How are you doing? Let's see. I ran a ton of flash sales in there. You remember them from when you were younger? Yeah. Sometimes I would see my mom. She had a couple and she would put them on, but they kind of more like brooch. I'm actually going to reveal the whole thing when I do 1,000 days. Yeah. Tiff, I appreciate you asking me. Yeah. Griff said I was trying to do 1,000 days. So I first set out to do 365 days in a row. Because I had something happen and I wanted to like challenge myself to just go live every day. No excuses why I'm going live. Just do it. So just to backtrack, there was another seller who I was talking to and she was going to do, we were Tweetco. Her and I were talking about like, we did like this crazy, like 6 hour phone call, 8 hour phone call on Instagram, like a Zoom. And we were showing each other our stuff, like our progress, because we had some inventory. And it was like a really great time. And we were like trying to support each other and help each other, like be accountable to, like, sell stuff. And so I said, we need a challenge. She's like, calm down. We got to build the foundation first. I go, all right, you're right. So after a little conversation and brainstorming, another seller, OMGYG, heard about this idea. And next thing you know, we got the Tweet Code Challenge. So it was to go live every day for at least 30 minutes in the month of November. That was 2023. And so I did it, but I did not make it 30 days. It was so hard because I was selling nonstop. Like I was running auctions, and then you sell it all. Like I would sell one, like an hour, I'd sell 100 items, and then I got to pack it and ship it and do it again the next day. Right? You could go live as many times you want, but you could get burned out. So I did 21, I think, of the days, but I filmed myself before and after every single, mostly every single. On day 4, I was delirious. I thought it was day 7. But what it showed me is number one, I could do anything I want if I set my mind to it. Like I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I'm just doing it for my own personal self. So then I ended up completing that and going, I'm never doing those 30-day challenges. I'm just going to set my own pace and do what I want. So long story short, that thing happened on the app and it was pretty crazy, but I almost quit this app over it, and I decided if I quit, that means they win. I want to win. So I didn't quit. And I decided, like, I'm going to go live every day to get rid of some PTSD, to come back on this app and just I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah, it's, not everybody's earned the right to hear my story, but just put it this way, it wasn't very good. Um, and it had nothing to do with me, it just happened to do with someone that had no life and very hateful. So, not everybody's earned the right to hear the story. It's my trauma to live, and I never want to relive it. And I want that for no one. And will that happen to somebody on here? Maybe, but pretty unlikely. But what it taught me was you can never let anybody get in the way of your goals, your dreams. 80s dude, what's up? And some people know they were here. But again, it's not their story to tell. It's just not. So after wanting to quit because of that, and it was horrible, I was like, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to go live every day and break through this. And I did. And so I made a 365 challenge where I went live every single day, every day of the week for a year. And I did it. And it was easy. It got easy and it got hard and it got easy and it got hard. Peacock was up. And you know what? It just taught me, like, I wanted to build community. I wanted to, and I sold for more than half of the time. And then I started turning into chat shows. Yeah, talking on here because people, they want a safe place. Like, I always actually, when I started Whatnot, like, this is me, this is the version I want to give. I've got nothing to prove anybody, but I want to be me and I want to create a safe space because some people, you don't know what they go through, what trauma, what things. So my stream, I have a zero tolerance policy for bullying, zero tolerance policy for bullying, drama, just people being rude. Be considerate, And sometimes people don't have a space like that, and I wanted to create that. So I always kept that. I always was like, not everybody has earned the right to hear your story. So, like, people sometimes aren't mindful and they post some stuff in the chat that it's for them, it's their experience. And so I wanted to always keep it like that. And I have. Yeah. And some nights, yes, we talk about some things, but it's always, of course, I can control that. So once I did the 365 and it was finished, I played a game with you guys. Some of you were here, and I had, like, my answer for what I was going to do next. Now, that was on a whim that I was going to go 1,000 days, but I just wanted to push myself just to see. And I've been through a lot of tough things. Probably the worst fucking thing in my life, to be honest. During that time, my mom passed away, and I miss her, but I have to keep doing this because, grief is going to come in waves. It's going to hit me. It's going to do whatever it needs to do. But, I ultimately challenged myself for 1,000 days, so I'm going to continue that. What's up, ADHD Hobbies? How are you? Thank you. And a lot of people enjoy it, and I'm glad to. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. I sent you a message. I'm sure you got it. That's exciting. Yeah, so life does some tough things, but it's how we push forward to go through stuff. You're never over anything. You're never over, I'm not even dealing with it, to be honest. Yeah. You're doing good? Oh, I love to hear that. Yeah, you're never over that, not that kind of thing. And if you're lucky enough to have a good parent, yeah. Yeah, it's been over a year, Peacock, and yeah, it's very strange. It's a weird place, and you always wish you had more time, but you don't get it. So you should really appreciate what you have with who you have, while you have it. Yeah, in the darkest of winters, I found within myself an incredible summer. Yeah, yeah, and the best thing people can do is focus on themselves first. It's not selfish. It's not like I started doing that, and my mom would tell me stuff like years ago. You know, she told me some things like she'd wish she had really like put herself first and things like that. And I think most women, when they're mothers, they put their kids, their spouse, their kids, and all that first, and not themselves. So I followed her advice and I started doing that when I was like early 40s, and I'm so glad I did. It changed me as a person. Um, but yeah, it's you just go through the motions, I suppose. What's up, Smoky Grandpa? How you doing? Did your order thing work out with the bag? Yeah, but I'm never like when I share that because again, not everybody has earned the right to hear your story. So I felt comfortable in my space here, and my YouTube sees it, to share that. But it's not a poor me or any of that. Like we all have something going on. We're all going through something. That's just life, right? And I entered the chapter of life that it's it sucks, but it is unfortunately that part of life that's very confusing. Yeah. So you keep moving. Yeah, you keep moving. Don't remain still. So that's what I've been doing. Anyway, that was a long explanation, or to make you better understand it. But that's what I'm doing now. So I'm on day number 475. I'm getting close to halfway there. And let me tell you, sometimes I don't even want to go live. I'm not gonna lie. I have to be real and honest about it. Sometimes I don't even want to sell, but I feel comfortable talking, because sometimes it helps. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes and also I could say something that could make other people realize they're not alone, and that there are people that care about them. You know what I mean? I just we got to do better we are all important together. Regardless we have a different opinion. It's just, some people can't handle that. Some people are very like, closed-minded, and my hope is that, people start realizing it before it's too late. And this is on all levels. Yeah, and then at the end of your life, and I've seen it a lot of times at the end of the life, when you have none of those people near you because you pushed them away for whatever reason, you're going to have a huge regret. And I will say the one thing for me, like with my own parent, both of my parents, the only regret I have is I wish I had more time. And I think everybody has that. But I was so grateful to be there at the end. All my siblings, they did a lot for my mom. We each did. And I'm glad for that. Like, I am so glad because, somebody could have died randomly and then you never get to say goodbye, but got to be told I love you and all those beautiful things. So that to me is worth its weight in gold. Like, money is nothing. Yeah. You were waiting for me to finish talking. Oh, you're so welcome. You got it shipped, but the seller was still messaged me to try to get it back. Hopefully, did you actually get it? I appreciate you. I'm so glad it worked out. I hope you get the actual bag. Yeah. Oh, good. It sounds like it worked out. No one says, I wish I worked more. No, they don't. You're right. And the guarantee is we all are going to die. So you better do some shit now. Yep. Right now I'm allowing myself to do whatever, but then I'm ready to blast off. I've got some things. Yep. Yeah, you do, Olga. You're right. Yeah. So, thank you, Tiff. I appreciate that. It was very sweet what you said. Yep. That's all right, Smoky Grandpa. You know what? Now it's done. We move on, and you know, you keep winning those giveaways. Welcome in, Skills Breaks. How you doing? Is that is that the AJ? I hope I'm saying. How do you say her last? I don't think I'm reading it right. Not in hand yet, though. Exactly. So now you have to wait, but soon. Yeah. You have to live boldly. That's right. What's up, 80s dude? How are you, friend? You have the tracking number? Well, again, listen, if you get it, and it's not what you won, and it's a piece of paper, because I've seen people do that, take pictures of the package, right? With the label, the box, and then make sure you go to the transaction and get help with this order, and then contact Whatnot. But if you decide to cancel, like if they shorted you, make sure you leave an appropriate feedback, because after you get a refund, if there's an issue or whatever, you won't be able to leave a review. Yeah. Okay. You might not be able to send a video to Whatnot. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe you will be able to. I don't really know. Yeah. And when it's over, don't take anything with you. So you have to enjoy while you're here. That's right. You can't take anything with you. Exactly. You can't. You can't. You just can't take it with you. That's true. All the things actually years ago, because I'm into genealogy, I love it, and I've studied my own family history for a long time, good and bad, because we all have it. And I started thinking about it like 10 years ago. Like everything they owned is owned by somebody else or in the trash, pretty much. So those things that you think are, oh, they're so worth money and I'm going to cling on to them, it's for emotional only. You're not going to take it with you. I mean, unless you have somebody bury it with you, unless you have somebody, bury it with you. What's up, Alex? No, I was telling you last night, I didn't have any Pokemon. Yeah, I have Pokemon. I have vintage, but it's not at my disposal right now. My goal is one day in the 1,000 days to have a Pokemon stream. Yeah, I need to like get it together. But definitely give me a follow. Yeah, one of those shows will be a Pokemon. But nah, it's all good. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to go in rooms and ask a couple times. And then some people, if they're chatting or they're running sales, they might say, oh, yeah, that guy, you know what? Hey, I actually do have Pokemon. You know what I mean? So never hurts to ask. So I appreciate you for asking. Yeah, and your kids won't want any of the stuff. It's true. But like to the person, it's a treasure. And then, it's a lot of stuff sometimes. One of my friends, it happened, her parents passed away, both of them at the same time. And she inherited like all their stuff, and she had no siblings. And so she's like, I don't even know what to do with all the stuff. Like she kept all the really cool stuff, pictures and things like that. But she was like, there was literally, her mom collected antique furniture and she had tons of it in her garage in her house. And she's like, I don't even know what to do with it. And I'm like, well, you could donate it or you could sell it. She goes, I don't have time. Um, so I said, or I gave her 2 antique stores to go to, because they'll give, the one lady I know will give her good money for it. But she said there's so much stuff. Yeah. No, you won't be able to review it if you have. Look here, let's not think about that. Just hope you get it and then move on. If you don't get it and it's not what it was, then you go to the transaction, get help with the order, but make sure you take pictures of what you get. Because there's no sense hypothetically thinking about it. It's just kind of a waste of it's kind of negative to think about it. Think good thoughts and it shall come. Yeah, and then Griff ends up with it and I buy it and he smashes it. That's it. Tiff, you know it. Yeah, you tell that's right. Awesome Vintage says they tell their daughter it's an inheritance, but she has to work for the money. Yeah, cause a ruckus. Yeah, I don't know. I just look. I had a buyer. One of my buyers sent me a message today, and I could talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about who the buyer was. And they bought from a pretty volume seller. I never actually heard about who this seller was. This is just a good example. I don't really want to get into shipping, but I'm going to just say this one thing. And everybody should listen to this because this is a fact. So this buyer paid for priority mail like 3 or 4 times. So like 5-pound increments, maybe 4 or 5. Bought a whole bunch of products. Okay. The seller shipped it all out in one gigantic box, but they used a U-Haul moving box. Okay. Just so you guys know, the moving boxes are not shipping boxes. They're made completely cheap. They're totally different. They are not made for postal. So do not use U-Haul boxes. They're just not, they're moving from one spot to another. They're not made for that. I don't care what anybody says. I saw pictures of the box. The box was completely smashed and everything was thrown in bags, like no care for the order. And it was a lot of money. So if you're a seller that does this, shame on you. Shame on you for not caring about the buyer. I see so many small sellers on here spending a shitload of money on packaging materials to make it right. I spend a ton because I want it to get to the buyer. Like the items they bought should have been like literally individually wrapped with care in a box, not one big, like literally 42-inch box that weighed 27 pounds. The whole top of the box completely destroyed. And it was glass, but it was a different kind of glass. Yeah, exactly. Awesome vintage is very important, especially if you're selling very expensive orders. So, buyers, if this happens to you, take picture of it. Okay? Don't If a seller does this, this just means the seller has no regard for your business at all, 1,000%. Because when the box is caved in that much, that means they just tossed it in a box. So, and this is happening because I've been seeing a lot of pictures lately. If you're the buyer this happens to, you only have 14 days to make a claim with whatnot from the date receipt. So you need to go to the transaction under activity on the toolbar, activity, purchases, find the item, click on the item, and then get help with this order. And then there's something about I need help with, I don't know exactly what it says off the top of my head. I'm going to tell you right now. You go to activity, you go to purchases, you click on the purchase and it says get help with this purchase. You click on it. And the option is there's an issue with my delivered order. And then when you go in there, it says damage in transit. When you click on damage in transit, you can put only photos uploaded. Okay. So make sure you do that. Stop worrying about what the seller's going to think, because number one, if they would have supported you as a buyer back, they would have packaged it 100% with integrity. That was lousy. So I told my buyer, no, go to whatnot. That's a ton of money. It shouldn't be packed like that. So again, U-Haul moving boxes are not shipping boxes. Please stop doing it. Athena, how are you doing, my friend? What's up? Nice to see you. Yeah, so it really pissed me off because this is a buyer that will come back and back and back because they trust that you're going to ship it right. And I'm doing good. Thank you very much for asking. You're good? Nice. We're just chatting. I'm basically like lecturing sellers if you're new. Yeah. It's just if I get permission, I'll show you guys the picture. Not really, just a little kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, we're having a nice healthy conversation. And I had a buyer that basically had 27 pounds of merchandise basically tossed in a U-Haul shipping box. Not shipping, a U-Haul moving box. You can't ship those boxes. They're for stacking it from here to over there in the truck. Yeah, so it's just to teach you guys, again, if you want to stay as a seller, do the right thing. Yeah, so, she doesn't know she's going to open it, but I can tell you right now, a bunch of stuff has to be broken. Yeah, a bunch of stuff has to be broken. Yeah, the whole top of the, because it wasn't that kind of box. That box is probably, I don't know. I have the picture of it, but I can't show it. But the box is like 30 inches, 28 inches tall, at least 2 feet at least. Yeah, you can't pack like that. So I'm gonna imagine that It was tossed in a box, basically, in the original bags instead of being wrapped. Like some of the items, they weren't like big giant breakables, but they were like smaller kind of things. But when they get smashed, that's what happens. Yeah. So I only say that for people to, do the right thing. And some people, that to me is just, I don't care. That's not, no one had a pack. That's, I don't care. I got to move out in 2 minutes. Yeah. After seeing the box. And also with that kind of weight, a box like that should be double boxed. And all the items shouldn't be put in a plastic bag. They should actually be put in small boxes within another box. Yeah. Welcome in, friends. But, again, this is why I share this when I have my chat show on Tuesdays. That's what that's reserved for. This is just like, I'm doing flash sales, hanging out. But I always say it because I hope you guys do better so you can keep your buyers. Because if you don't spend the money now on the packaging, and you don't even have to spend money on packaging, you could literally recycle packaging as long as it doesn't stink or, tons of animal hair in it because some people might be allergic, cigarette smoke. Recycle it that when it isn't, and then make sure the item arrives, safe. Because I tell you what, I had someone else that, I bought something from, and it cost me, I had to pay $4 from the post office because they didn't use the right packaging materials for PWE. And so I reached out to them first because they were new and I wanted them to know that, hey, I just want to let you know that this happened and this happened. As a result, I had to pay the post office for the package. And so, they tipped me the money and I was like, I just want you to learn. I'm not asking. I would have went and got my refund from Whatnot because I have the receipt, but you can't use bubble mailers for plain white envelope. And they did. So what it did is it made the post office caught it and had charged me $4. Yeah, you know what? Let me look on mine because I just heard about that. But you're Android, right? That's only on Android, I think. Yeah, it's on Android. It doesn't do anything. I've had some Android people show me that like the last couple of days, so it's probably just some glitch. Yeah. You had a box that was marked shipping due and PO delivered. Yeah, because sometimes the post office, your carrier is the one that collects it. They don't want to deal with it. Yeah. My other box the other day was like $8 because someone else did the same thing. They shipped a 15 by 12 by 10-inch box and they didn't change the label weight because they were told by another seller, I'm sure. Don't change the box size or label. And then they had priority mail packaging inside. If you guys were here, you saw me open it. Yeah. It's like, I don't stress about it. I just want my money back because they didn't even deliver all the items. Yeah. And I actually haven't reached out to the seller to tell them. But I probably won't shop with either seller again. I do too. Awesome vintage. You try to teach people like, just easy. Like I don't want to say nothing bad about sellers that do that because maybe that's their business model. But to be honest, it's a scam. It scams Whatnot. They're going to learn the hard way. And I've already had people come to me who took their advice and came back to me and said, oh my gosh, Dee, you were right. I should have never listened. I said, well, look, now you know better. Yeah, now you know better. Because unfortunately, if you don't change the label weight, like this person left it at 15 ounces. And then, but what's funny is I didn't pay for 15 ounces. I paid for 1 to 3 ounces. I paid for 1 to 3 ounces. So I only paid like 4 something. So they undercharged me. And when I got it, it was 2 pounds because it was a big box. The box alone is like 10 ounces. But the funny part is I got a free box because I can recycle the box. But it's an oversize, Yeah, these are right. Right. I'm gonna start putting dirty socks and pack my orders with those. With all the durables in there. I got a new durable, Athena. I don't have any rips. I'm waiting for them to come. But one of my buyers, one of my customers, you've gotten trash. Doesn't that suck? I have too. I've gotten cereal. Look, I got the little Toy Story bear. It kind of smells good. Isn't it cute? My friend Lisa, Merch Monster, sent it to me. She sent me a little blind box as a gift. She's so sweet. I got a Labubu from her. And then it was a 2-pack, so it was the fish from it was what Dory. Oh, I know. That one doesn't smell, but the doorables to me look like they did something different to them. Anyway, I bought somebody's doorbell collection. It's coming. Yeah, I'm gonna just do singles. Which Labubu did I get? I got this little tiny one. It's a keychain. They're all keychains, but this one has the alphabet ones, and it's orange. Orange is my favorite color. Yeah, it's cute. I thought it was bigger. But the fur on it's so soft compared to my other one. It's super soft, but it's an authentic one. Let's see how many teeth it has. I know Lisa only buys authentic because she probably got it from Andy. Yeah, 9 teeth. You pulled a secret on the have a seat. What color is that one? Hey, you know what? Creating with Chris Hunter, you're welcome. Yeah. Every Tuesday I have a chat show called Coffee Talk. If you want to hear about the bubble mailers, because I already talked about it, I try to get through that so I don't repeat it like 10 times. No disrespect. I do have a YouTube channel, same name. I have 800 videos. Yeah. And if you look and search, it'll show you anything about shipping. Yeah, I have like how to set up plain white envelope, and it's like 2 minutes, and it tells you what you're allowed to use for envelopes. Yeah, check it out, share it, watch it. Um, I'm making all kinds of videos like actually over there. That's pretty cool to get the secret. How fun. But thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Yeah, Labubu, the fish. I have only one Labubu. I bought 2 Labubus on Whatnot. This one I bought from Comic Con from another streamer. But I got 2 Labubus and from brand new sellers, and they canceled my order because they realized, excuse me, they realized that they sold it for too low. But yeah, I'll just tell you, oh, right on. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, and they're not back as sellers because I think they got reported by everybody. Like I was in one show and they were doing surprise sets with Pokemon cards, and I love Pokemon cards, and I bought a whole bunch. And I told the guy, I said, I hope you don't mind me saying, but I think you're playing the game wrong. He's like, no, this is how you do it. And I said, okay, because I didn't really know at that time. And so I won like 50 or 60 packs of Pokemon cards, the Japanese cards. So they're probably like $3 to $5 a pack in the game because he had multiples on the wheel. And it was just too good to be true. But his friends were in the stream. So they got their product, probably local pickup. And then me and another person, because they wrote me, got their orders canceled. And I got a refund, but it wasn't the point. Like I tipped, so they kept the tip money, but and it was like their second or third show. But they got in trouble because they're not back on to do that. Yeah, they hadn't sold anything. So I was like, they should really. Yeah, it is. And it was like, I really wish that they had to sell 1,000 items before they were allowed to do surprise sets. I will be telling Whatnot. That's my suggestion, because they should get their feet wet in the community first and be trusted to be able to do that. Athena, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm an official Whatnot community host. So like I do monthly chat shows for them. They give me a topic and then I talk about it. But I don't work for them. But I have some information that I get access to that I could share with you guys. Obviously, some things like I don't share, like certain things I get to see. It's pretty cool. How does this? I'll tell you in a minute. You got a giveaway that you totally forgot about. Came in and it was $6 due. The mail guy asked if I wanted to refuse. I did. Yeah, you can. That's because they didn't change the weight. What was it? What was your giveaway? Was it a package or was it like a PWE that was in a bubble mailer? So surprise sets work like this. Let's say I pick 6 items. They all have to be the same. So if I'm selling mystery boxes, right? Surprise boxes, like, these kind of things. Okay. These little mystery, I love to sell these. So I have 6, but they don't have to all be exactly that one, but maybe they're like 6 different, maybe one's Mickey Mouse, maybe one's Hello Kitty. I can do that as long as they're the same. Now I can't take that and do a surprise set and put like this owl in it. Okay. I can't make it different. Or if I have like a Loungefly purse and then I have 6 of those or 5 of those in one wallet, you can't do that. They all have to pretty much be the same. Like you can't do a bunch of packs of Pokemon cards and then do single Pokemon cards, right? You kind of get it. It all has to be the same. And it all has to be the same shipping. The weight class has to be the same. Okay. And the starting price is going to be the same. So basically, you enter them in this. First of all, you schedule the show. You have to schedule it to be a surprise set. Okay. And then when it's a surprise set, you have the option to, you get to add the product. It says create a surprise set. Then you title it, write a description, be very accurate with it and not too wordy. And then there's a sheet you click to enter all the information. It's like an Excel spreadsheet. And you have to put the title, you have to put the quantity, and you have to figure out a numbering system so when it spins, Yeah, in detail. You can't go, okay, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Not supposed to do that. If it's candy or food, you have to put like the expiration date, the size, the weight, all that. Use the words new. You have to be very descriptive in it because you don't, buyer's not going to buy it. And if they get it in the mail, they're going to be like, what's number 1? So this is from whatnot. So when you run the surprise set, the other rule is you have to show everything on camera 100% of the time you run the game. And yeah, so basically what they'll do is you can't say like, for example, one of these blind boxes has a gift card under it and it's worth $1,000. You can't do that. You can't use any values. You're selling the fun of a chance to win whatever blind bag that it randomly selects. So the highest bidder would get the first one, and then this wheel comes up and it spins and then it picks, kind of like the giveaway wheel. Okay. But that's why I number mine. I'll be like number 1 because I have them on camera. So I have 2 cameras. Below me will be like another camera here. And then I shoot down and it's on camera. But like if I'm doing like a huge thing, I need to have it like on my shelf behind me or something. So the reason why it has to be shown on camera is because that's what people are going for. They're not going for your word. But that's why they have the rules, because some people do cheat. Some people switch the product. It has to be whatever is sold has to be shown on camera. So if you see people doing the surprise sets like that, just know they're going to be reported. Because here's the thing. We used to be able to do mystery boxes on here, and all it took was 5 or 6 people to find a loophole and cheat. And then now we have it called surprise sets, and there's big time rules in it. Yeah. So nobody ever wants to get accused of gambling. So you can go to help.whatnot.com and you can read the rules and type in surprise set. I am making a YouTube video on it. I already did the half of it. I did a little more. Now I just need to actually do one more of the surprise sets and then show it. But you have to show everything on camera. And then it's a good rule of thumb, like when it actually, the person, you enter everything and you run it, that you only run that. You don't run any auctions until after you finish the surprise set. You do have to run the whole surprise set. So if it takes you 5 hours, you have to finish it. Yeah. I mean, so I recommend putting no more than 12 items in your first surprise set. If you have a busy stream, you got a lot of people, then you can put more than that. I did 20, I think, on the little Wades, but you got to be able to show them the whole time. So like I said, below me is another camera and it points down, and then I have all the items there and they're in like any kind of order. So then I know which one and I pull it up. I go, okay, you got number whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun to do. It creates excitement, and you can run them fast, but you got to be able to show the item fast. Yeah. And don't put anything that's broken or damaged. Try to, make sure you put good items, but don't tell the value. The buyer will know and go by perceived value to them, Okay, let me go back and see. Yeah, thank you for your guys' input. Athena, I don't know. I had to report somebody yesterday that was not doing some good things. I don't want to be on the app and report people, but if I happen to scroll in somewhere and I see them doing some crazy things that could be bad for the community, I'm absolutely gonna report. We're supposed to, You had to get a UPS box today because people are. Oh yeah. Yep. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, you missed my whole spiel earlier. Thank you, Tina. You're awesome. Do you think it was a vinyl envelope? Oh, so they probably did a plain white envelope label, right? You can't use any plastic envelopes. You can't use any envelopes with a drawstring. That's why you had to pay extra. And you can't use poly mailers. It's been a rough week. Well, big hugs to you. And it sounds like, unfortunately, something I know about. So if you ever need a friend, yeah, hang in there. All right, big hugs. Yeah. Earlier, I was talking about why I did my 1,000-day challenge. You'll be a new seller soon. Was in another community seller support, and she said that you can't no, you cannot. You cannot actually do that. People still do it. They shouldn't be doing it. And I'll tell you why we can't do it. So originally, when people were doing buy my dog a burrito, buy me a cat, like literally people did that. Buy my family dinner, buy me a pizza. That was because people found a loophole. You do something for me, you buy this, and I'm going to send you some stickers, or I'm going to send you a gift. Is because we didn't have tips back then. So when we got tips, they said, we don't want to see any more of that. It's actually in the terms. Like you can actually get your account banned for not following that. Whatnot will, or excuse me, let me quote Whatnot in the terms. Whatnot may, at their discretion, ban your account for things like that. Yes, I know they are. I know who the sellers are. You don't even have to say any names. But again, it just takes someone, from Whatnot figuring it out. Eventually, they're going to probably ban by me, Yeah. And the AI will probably pick up and block that because it'll be like a community violation. Yeah. And, what are you going to do? Yeah. I don't have time to go to people's show that are doing that. That's on them. That's on no one else. I know. Um, and I only said that, so don't, you can always reach out on IG to me. Yeah. Yeah. So, sometimes you got to mind your own business. And when someone asks for buy me a burrito, buy me a hot dog, I'm going to mind my own business. It's not my job to report them for that. There's worse things going on the app. Not very much, but there are. So, you see something, you say something, you can report it. That's on them. I'm not stressing out about that stuff. I think it's against rules, so I'm kind of a rule follower, but like, again, some people didn't even know. Some people don't know that. So, you know, um, I know. TIFF, a lot of people do it. I know. Yeah, big, lots of love to you. Yeah, crazy things happen, and we can control them not happening. Yeah, you have to put safeguards in place. Yeah, like all my shows aren't, chat shows. Like I do like to do them sometimes. It's when I want to escape selling. I'm not gonna lie, that's the truth. Yeah, I want burritos. I don't think I ever did that. I don't think I ever did that in my shows. Thinking back, I don't think I ever did. Buy my cat a treat. Yeah, beef and I would like bean and cheese. I could have that. Buy me Taco Bell. I've had like, and this is not like, oh, you better do this. It's I've had a couple of my long-term buyers and friends, like when I was sick. I mean, this is sweet. This is how the community is. Send me a message and go, hey, I know you're not feeling good, but can I send you over some food? Do you need anything? Like they literally wanted to Amazon or Uber and DoorDash me food, which is super sweet, you know. And I'm like, I'm more of like, no, I mean, I have everything I need. But I told her, I said, oh, honey, you're so kind. No, don't do that. Yeah. And then one of my other friends did it anyway when all that craziness was happening. Yeah. Yeah. But Hydro, I don't have any coins. Thank you for asking. I never got into that. I bought 2 coins on Whatnot to start collecting. That was about it. Yeah. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Go check out Antiquity Coin. Yeah. Thank you. I have a ton of them. Please. What are you going to be selling? Tiff, or what are you going to be selling? Am I following you? I think I'm following you. I think I followed you today. I was following a bunch of people. Yeah, there's a lot of great sellers out on the Whatnot who give really good advice, and some don't get they. I won't say they don't give bad advice. They just give advice that works for their business models. So be careful what you absorb in and use, because if you are just starting out, a lot of times it's not going to work for your business model. They had to start where you were at with 0 followers, 0 sold, and 0 inventory. And they figured out a system that worked for them. So through probably a year or 2 years, they finally got it down. Some people get it down right away because they've had their business for a long time. Yeah. Yeah, I have a ton of videos over there. I have one, Coffee Talk. You're all over the place. Mm. What am I going to be for Halloween? I don't dress up anymore. I should, huh? I used to always be into it, like way into it. Yeah, I still love it. Yeah, I just kind of, I don't know. I did still dress up last year. Yeah, a couple years ago. I mean, I have pictures. They're funny. I should post them on Instagram. They're pretty good. Devil in a blue dress. Like I literally was devil in a blue dress. It was so good. Yeah, I do. I should, huh? Okay, I'll think about it. I was a couple years ago. I was Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a dead Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That was like a good costume. Um, I was I want to be a Labubu kind of, but it'll be too hot. Yeah, I was an eggplant last year, I think. I have to look. I wrote down all my costumes. I should be Lady Gaga, huh, with a cigarette. With my I need the little Coke bottle glasses. Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to think what I was last year. Oh, you're gonna go in every 15 minutes, different category. Just make sure you're selling items that fit that category. You can't just change categories and sell like vintage decor and baseball cards. Yeah, you can't do that on Whatnot. You'll get reported. Yeah, but I like that you're doing that. That's great. It's fun. You think so, Tina? A D boo boo? I could be Waddy. Oh, I have a local connection for that, but I don't want to sell Labubus on here. Yeah, I feel like my window of Labubu opportunities gone. Thank you for the offer though. I feel like my window of opportunity is gone. There's so many people to sell. Plus, I have a friend that sells it, and I want to see them do good. Yeah, if you guys want Labubu from a legit Labubu dealer, Andy Someta, he might be lurking. You hear it? Andy. Sometimes Andy comes in and hangs out. A lot of times. You do not understand. I don't know if I do either. Think Beanie Babies, Cabbage Patch Kids, Hot Wheels. They all have a window, right? Except Labubu's like, people are making a ton of money off that right now. It's a trend. Yeah. A big yellow W. I have this connection that makes costumes and they're like $100. but they do come from China. Actually, they're 300. Their price went up a little bit. They are so good, but it takes so long to get the costume. They make prototypes for $300. Yeah, and then you pay for the shipping, so they're probably about 600 now, which is worth it. They're like $4,000 costumes. Yeah, well, they're worth it, but are they selling for it? That's the difference. Yeah, some of those secrets sell for more money though than that. Okay, Faye, hello. You have you have my card. I know. Good morning, Molly. How are you? What is the meaning of Labubu? It's basically created by this artist. Let's see. I don't really know. I just think they're like kind of ugly, kind of cute. So Labubu, let's see. Labubu. It's a small character, um, which to me, when I first saw them, right away I thought of Where the Wild Things Are, that childhood book. Yes, I do. One-on-one consults. I'll tell you about it in a second here. Um, Labubu is pretty much created by this guy. I think years ago, like over 10 or 20 years ago, he created a series called Monsters in Japan. And there you go, right there. Yeah, and it blew up because of a singer, Hot Pink, a K-pop Korean pop band, Lisa from Blackpink, and she made it popular because she had one. And then it was already popular, like in Korean or Asian market, and then all of a sudden, it just blew up when she posted on Instagram. And so that was like 2, 3 years ago, I think. And then I would see it all the time at like K-pop events because my kid was into K-pop. And I'm like, what the hell is that thing? And this girl told us, and I was like, that's so ugly. But what people love is they love like, I'll show you one I have. It's not a Labubu, but there's been so many. Like, this is a baby 3. This is a baby 3. There's like, I would sell these, but they're expensive. So you rip it open and there's a mystery item inside. It's in a bag like this. The bag is, how does that sound on the mic? All right. So it's like a bag like that. And then in it, can you hear that? Can you hear that crackle? You can hear it. So in it, when you open it, there's like a little collect. Okay, good. The mic is better then. I gotta adjust it. It comes with this card and it's like, it tells you what the character is. So it's like a sports card. It's a little bit smaller and they're kind of thick. So then you open it up and you get this cute little fuzzy guy. Look how cute it is. Hello, I'm not a Labubu. And it's so soft, but it's called yeah, and you can move the eyes. You can move the eyes. So I could just do it like this. See? Yeah. But you can, make it like, the eyes are cute. And to some people, this is creepy shit. Some people wear them on the little keychain on their purse. I mean, I don't know what I would look like with a whole bunch of Labubus on me. I'm afraid of it. This one's not as bad. And there is a secret in this one, but mine is not a secret. But this is baby 3. They're a lot bigger than Labubu. I think they're nicer than Labubu, the baby 3s. Yeah, but they look close to it. They're not made by Pop Mart, but it's just another company. Am I in trouble? Depends who you're asking. What's up? What's up, bro? What's a secret? So a secret would be, I'll show you. A secret is only revealed if you have the secret. So on the box, they'll show like a bunch of, see the ones that have like the picture of them, the sketch? If you go down, there's 2. So they're not going to show you what the secret looked like. It's a surprise. So it's called a secret because only the person who opens and reveals it, like if you don't have one that matches the images, then there's only, so this one says in this set, there's 2 secrets. I don't remember how much these were. Some of them are like $10. These are like $30 or $40. Yeah, it just depends who's selling them and who wants it. What buyer's gonna bid it out crazy. Yeah, so I bought it one night just because I didn't need it. But I paid a pretty good price for it. Yeah, you can't sell Lafufu on here. It's not from Temu. It's from all kinds of places. Yeah. I don't think they sell them anymore because they're getting sued by Pop Mart. Um, yeah, not bad. I don't hear people talk about the bear bricks anymore. No, I don't either. Some streams actually have them. Yeah. I know. It's crazy how many, huh, Grandpa? Smoky Grandpa. Isn't it crazy how many blind? So there's tons. There's probably 10,000 different kind of blind bags out there. Um, Hold on. I'm gonna answer your question. I didn't forget. I want to just go through and see if I missed. Yeah, I don't want to have that stuff on my purse. I would have the tiny little Labubu that I got. It's really cute. You'll tell me a secret? Okay. Wait. Right, thrift works. I gotta fix the mic. I don't like where it's at. It's so annoying. You've been working on something, but the investment is huge. I really want a lenticular card with a doll head popping off. That's my next card. I'm glad you got something good going on. Well, it's like people buy the Lafufus here. There's some people selling it on whatnot, but they will get reported and kicked off. Okay. Tiff, are you still here? Okay. So I do one-on-one coaching, and I do it where I sell 1 hour and then I give you, so it's 80 minutes because I add extra 20 minutes because everybody's level of tech is totally different. And so with the one-on-one, you can ask me questions. I can explain how to do some, but it's like a teaching, like a coaching one-on-one. Sometimes people want to do those every month, and I do like a check-in to hold you accountable and like make some goals with you. And I can look at, what's going on with your shows and give you some feedback on it. Like you pretty much could use the time for anything. A lot of the time I use it for setting people up with the tech side of it and OBS, but it's done here on Whatnot. So I sell it in the Buy It Now, and I'll pin it. You guys can bookmark it if you ever want to, know more about it. I'll pin it right now. And it's basically 1 hour. So you can use that time. Like, here's why I do it. Because when I have my chat shows, some people want to ask questions and they're shy. And sometimes it's too much noise for them to have a chat scrolling so much. And they want me to themselves, basically. So I do that. It's 60 minutes, but it's really 80 minutes. And you'll see the graphics. The second page has all the information on it. And so I've done a ton of them. You can look at my reviews. People will tell you. I actually have one. I have a bunch of them, but I'm starting to get more of them. It's great. But I'm not charging you for the service. I'm teaching you and helping you grow. Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, and I'm probably going to raise the price pretty soon actually. And that's not to say, oh, you better do it. What's wait, Mar. How are you doing? Thank you for the read. Welcome in. Hello, Connie. How are you? Yeah, the one-on-one, I feel like I did a lot of them in the beginning and then I took a break from doing them, but feel free to bookmark it. You never know. But I definitely, and if you want to ask me questions about it, feel free to send me a message. Yeah. Yeah. More. What were you selling? Thank you, Athena. Everybody make sure you're following my mod, Athena Cat Antiques. Meow. I don't know why I just did that, but I like a good cat. Yeah. By the way, Athena, your booth, amazing. Beautiful, that rainbow glass. I love, me, I love the cat. I had a cat thing over here. Where was it? I have a goat. Kayfae, how are you? Oh, but you sell it all. I love it. I think we're already friends. We are. We are already friends. When's your next show? Let's see. Oh, you're brand new. You are brand new to Whatnot. You guys, give her a follow. Mara Marie, right? I love it. Oh yeah, you have stuff in your shop and everything. Beautiful. Wow, I love these outfits. Beautiful. It was your second show? Right on. Yeah, keep doing the thing. Yeah, definitely. You're welcome. It's so gorgeous. Um, I'm good, Kayfaye. Thank you for asking. I'm glad you're good. I mean, same as last night, when we talked. Yeah. I'm good. I'm grateful you guys are all here. So, as I always say, thank you for hanging out and making me show up. Because you guys make it fun here. Yeah. So everybody follow everybody that you're interested in. Sometimes follow isn't good. Bookmark the shows. Bookmark is better because then if you go to their show and you see you really like what they're about and they're fun. There's so many fun people that just started on Whatnot. Check them out. You can bookmark and then if you like it, follow them and check out their shows and their items. No problem. I wish your husband the best with the surgery, that everything goes nice and smooth. Yeah, that's more important right now. Yep. The moose and the bin is pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, let me make sure. Yeah, always send in the best for your family. Yeah, thank you. You have to go to bed. Are you a teacher? You have a wonderful sleep and good luck with those little kids tomorrow. You would rub that in thrift works. A custard pastry? Oh. Happy Fox. That's a great question. That's everybody's goal for sure on here. My one thing I say, like on Whatnot, is if you want people to keep showing up, look, when I started, I would have a lot of people in my streams. I mean, like right now we're in the middle of the night. If I have like 3 people in my show and one of them is a buyer, that's a win. That's a huge win. As long as they're buying and I'm running my stuff. So to get more people in your stream, I always tell new sellers, be consistent. Show up if you can, not every day, the same time, and have a couple of shows and be consistent. And not just be consistent in what time and day, but your items. So, like, I'm not consistent with selling. I mean, I have my bin loaded, I run flash sales or do whatever. Um, but if you are all those things, but you got to go back and watch your show and listen how you sound. So if you're like cranky, you're negative, people don't want that vibe. Almost 100% they don't want it. So try to think about those things. Think about the perspective of what is this buyer going to see, right? You have an opportunity to connect with thousands of people on here. Yeah. Your name alone is happy for sure. Yeah, I love it. But, sometimes you sell, what do you sell? Clothing. Women's contemporary is very hard to break into. I have a friend doing that right now. What did the fox say? Let's see. Yeah, but we all do. Are you sharing your shows to Instagram? That's a big thing. Oh, you sell jewelry. I'm looking at your profile right now. Oh, you're brand new to Whatnot. Yeah, jewelry is also. Yeah, just keep showing up. I don't know. When I started, there wasn't a ton, but there was still a lot of sellers. Vintage was barely a category. Um, I was consistent all the time with showing up, and I was consistent back then with running auctions all the time. So I highly recommend, you know, figuring out what works for you and run your stuff all the time. And even load your buy it now. Sometimes I get sales when I'm not even on Whatnot. That's the goal for everybody, right? Yep. And then engage with your chat. They don't like to be yelled at. They don't like to be yelled at. They don't like to be called, hey chat, hey chat, hey chat. Um, Try to come up with a catchy name for your people. I call my people, what's up, Insomniacs? I've been doing Insomniac Club since 2022 on here. Nobody was doing it. Now people are copying my Insomniac Club. So it's like, you know, I don't like that whole, it's flattery. Just do your own thing. Yeah. Do your own thing, Don't copy a bunch of people. If you do, say you took it from them. Like, please hold. I see so many people. Michelle's deals was literally the first person to say, please hold. You know, so that's just how I am. It's like, not Stifler's mom, funniest on the app, did the funniest characters, was the OG. People copied her. Yep, she used to do the Slim Jim girl. Oh my gosh, she did so many characters. Yeah. You're very welcome. Thank you, Tiff. Have a sweet night. You're very, very welcome. Yep. Vintage jewelry. Okay. I went back in the chat. You just did a video for your upcoming sale. Yay, Molly. I love that. Chat is overused. Let's do a poll. I love polls. I want to do a couple polls. Let's see. Let's see if I remember, especially if I'm chatting. $1:04 a.m. Wake up, chat. Swipe chat. I did hear the best one. It was terrible. Oh my god. Darren, I want to send it to you. You probably seen it already. It was bad. Yeah. So yeah, and also the other thing is, try to connect with people. You don't have to know everything about everyone, but try to connect and share to your social. If you don't have a social, build a following. I had like 100 subscribers on my archivist. I have like 1,200. I don't push it like I should. I get a lot of views, so that's telling me that when I engage, I'm getting more responses. Yeah, like I posted some stuff and I looked at it and I was like, whoa, that's kind of a lot of engagement. It was like 20,000 views. But you don't get a lot of people that comment or like on it, but you get a lot of views. So it's getting across multiple accounts. And I notice when I post on other people's accounts, I'm getting way more. What's up, Vermont Thrift? How you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute. Kitty cat, how you doing? Yeah, don't shame buyers if your item doesn't sell for what you hoped it would. Make sure your fingernails are clean. Yeah. Yeah, and I will say this. Everybody says that, Tina. Everybody says that. Make sure your fingernails are clean. But also, you guys, you're going into somebody that's selling beautiful jewelry and they're presenting you with high-end pieces. Their hands should be clean, absolutely, right? No dirty fingernails, because it's close up on camera. But if you're going to like a storage locker or estate sale, sometimes people's hands and guys are digging through stuff all the time. I see fingernails that are like really dirty, like they're bad. I think that people don't think about it, but I'm not expecting them to have clean hands if they're digging in a box or digging in a dumpster or digging in wherever. Yeah, don't fall asleep, chat. So it looks like nobody likes to be called chat. Yeah. You're doing your house? Oh, that's work. Yeah. Yeah, follow everybody. There's a lot of nice sellers here. There's some new sellers. Every Tuesday I do like a whatnot chat show where I do a seller and buyer Q&A every Tuesday at 9:23 a.m. Sometimes I have to reschedule that show, but I am going to add another daytime show. Yeah. I might do a lunchtime. Maybe I'll do only a shipping. It depends. Go ahead. Yeah, I try to, like, if I'm just hanging out and I'm doing like a selling show / chat. I mean, all my shows are chat shows. Who am I kidding? I tend to not, like, someone comes in and wants to know about bundling. I try to explain it once. I explained it earlier, but if I have 50 people come in and ask, I'm never going to be able to accomplish what I want to. And it's just out of having healthy boundaries. They're important for everybody. Yeah. Okay, so nobody did. Yeah, don't fall asleep in your live. You'll get clipped. You'll get. Yeah, you know what? Vermont Thrift, they're very weird. I don't know. I have that same concern. I'm going to be talking to Whatnot directly. So I have a list of questions. And that's one of my questions. Because when I want to raid somebody, like, I've only had to block a couple people in the app. I don't want to see them come up as a suggestion for my raid. Like, no. Why they're up there, it's very weird. So I don't want to see that. and they come up on my raid, which is really weird. Yeah, and blocking, you can do that. Yeah, so maybe they're changing something. They did update the app. Let me see what my options are if I hit raid right now. I'm not going to raid, but create a raid. So it shows 4 people I recently raided, 2 people my friends, similar sellers. They're all new people, so one of them I've seen before. They're not new seller. But then new seller tab, there's probably they're not all new sellers. Some of the people have been on here for a long time. Like Blue Unicorn Boutique, my friend Barbara. She's listed under new seller on here, which is interesting because she's not a new seller. But I mean, like I would rate her. I rated her not that long ago, but I don't know how it's selected. I'm going to ask so I have a better understanding of it so that when you guys ask me, I can tell you. You know what I mean? Because I know it selects it based on. Oh, Eddie, you're back. Sorry, YouTube. I was talking to whatnot and I didn't check on you guys. Uh-oh. What's up, nasty pea shooter? How you doing? What's up? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's best to search on your other device, like your computer, and find somebody to raid. Yeah, sometimes it's better to do that way. I always try to search. So I'm streaming from OBS, but I have another browser window open on the other on my monitor. And so I'm always looking. Every time before I go live, I write down a couple of names that are going to be streaming about when I end. Okay. Cap City, what's up? Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, you guys. How are you guys doing? What's up, Eddie? How you doing? Welcome in. We're just chatting over here. I don't know why I whispered. What's up? What's up, chat? Bid it up. Get in the giveaway. I'm giving away I'm giving away, the fun little Halloween Squishmallow packs. Bid it up. Bid. You got the chills. Does the mic sound better? How are you? How was your show? You guys give Cap City Plants a follow. They do really great shows. They have amazing plants and knowledge, and they are pretty funny. Yeah, they are pretty funny. Swipe. It's not swipe chat swipe. It's swipe daddy swipe. Uh-oh. Wait, nope. You're doing it to yourself. Let's go. Yeah. I just like to mess around. I won't yell at you. Don't yell at the chat. They don't like it. Nobody said yes. I'm so proud of you guys. Movie poster. Plants are awesome. I remember when we got a plant category, and I never in my life imagined that people would be able to ship a plant. Like I didn't think about it. I mean, I knew they could, but I had no idea that that was like a thing. And I bought something and I won a giveaway. And I got this plant. I forgot what kind it is, but it's like a pretty one. And I didn't kill it, but when they shipped it, it was like brilliant packaging. Like I was very impressed. I didn't kill it, but I didn't open all my boxes all the time right away, and they didn't label it to say it was a live plant. So when I got it out, it was kind of dying. But the cool part was the soil was still a little bit wet, and I didn't open it for like 12 days. But once I opened it, I looked it up on the internet because they had put in what kind of plant it was. And then I just, now I just transferred it to a pot in my kitchen. Yeah. So I learned how to take care of it. Yeah. And I love it. It's just the right size. It will probably get pretty good size. Yeah. Yeah. I buy them at my local, like, I know they have, I buy them like at my local, like small business garden center. We had a guy that his family had like a place for 90 years and they just closed. So we would buy trees and plants and flowers from him versus going to like a retail. So I love that we have a plant category and whatnot. It's fun. I think who's the first? Well, I don't know who the first plant person I saw. I mean, there's like Mama Z, Zach, and Cap City. I found out about from Andy. Andy brought us there one night. I was like, who's this Edward guy and this Mo? And it was a lot of fun. But also, they make their show fun and their people are fun. Yeah. Anyway, look, 14 people said no. So you guys don't. He has a weird browser history. We don't talk about the browser history, Andy. Oh, inspired by insomnia. How are you doing? Oh, I don't know. Kat, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Thank you for being here, you guys. Thank you for the raid. It's still running the giveaway winner, but I'm just gonna let it run. So I was doing flash sales, but we were just talking. Yeah. You can't sleep. We listen and we don't judge. Yeah, but people do judge. But guess what? Guess what? It's none of my business what other people think about me because I don't care. Don't really sleep at night, but I don't care. It's none of my business. Yeah. We all got things, right? But I do. I love it. We listen, we don't judge. Yep. I appreciate you. Should I run some more flash deals? I know it's you can't sleep weird. Yeah. So when I do these streams where I'm chatting and running flash, I talk to YouTube. So I'm streaming this live to YouTube tonight. And sometimes I'll get people to ask questions or make crazy comments. So somebody just said, I wish I had schizophrenia. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. The dogs woke you up at 3:30. You're wide awake? That's right. That's right. That is right there. The last plant bender. If those beaches aren't paying your bills, pay those beaches no mind. That's right. Olga Carrillo, look at you winning giveaways. Congratulations. You're going to get the Squishmallow pack of cards coming your way. Your other pack went out today. Yep. It took you to 25 to 30 years to figure that out. That's right. That's absolutely, yeah. And, it's like, I don't know. You're very welcome. I have my thoughts on certain things like that. And, don't waste your life worrying about other people think of you. If you do that, you're going to spend more time in negativity land and you're not going to focus on your hopes and your goals and your dreams. And guess what? The person that's probably like that, they're probably in the same place over and over 20 years ago. They really will. Hold my page. How are you doing, friend? Yeah, they'll stay in the same place for the whole life. So don't worry about what other people think of you. It's hard because everybody wants validation and approval from other people, but you know what? You don't need it. You need it from yourself. So if we stress about those folks, it's better to and it's not arrogance, it's self-love. Yeah. Oh, you had a fun show until you had to ship. Wait, what did you guys drop in the chat earlier? Oh, the candy. I have no candy tonight. Eddie bought all my candy and Amy Lesbez. Yep. Did Amy fall asleep? Andy, do you have any of those little Labubus, the keychain ones with the letter? Yeah, Tina, D and her diva. Everywhere I go, Tina, I see corn on the cob now because of you, because of our special connection. Yes. You found a kayak for sale for 800. Curious what the shipping would be on Whatnot? Probably local pickup only. Yeah, they can't ship it. If they ship it, they're probably going to put 15 ounces on the label and not change it. I do have Laffy Taffy. Yeah, I do have that. I could run a flash. Let me run a flash on Laffy Taffy. I don't know what the percentage is. All right, there it is. Yeah, I only have Laffy Taffy. I don't know if I have the other one. Basically, my Laffy Taffy, when I sell that, it just pays for giveaway shipping. That's it. Oh, I have these little poop emojis. They have Laffy Taffy in them. Yeah, they're cute. They're just little plastic. So I think I have 3 or 4 of them left. I'll just run them. And if you guys are interested, you can just swipe, make them yours. Or what did they say? Let's go chat. They might use it. I can get them, but just don't find Joyce. Yeah. They're kind of cute. They're softer. It seems like the fur on them is really soft. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I got mine today from Lisa. It's super cute. Yeah, we do. Telling you, at the end of your life, none of that other stuff's going to matter. You're going to wish you had done things differently every time. Every person has that unless they're living life like the way they want to live it. It's true. Kayaks fit in them. If you got a Temu kayak or a 3D printed kayak. Oh, inspired by Insomnia, are you still there? See, it's like, this is like the current. Wow. A bouncy house? I want to look down. And what's the shipping on it? That's funny. Oh, they're delicious too. Yeah. I can't eat them. It's too much salt, but they are good. Yay, lotes. There's a Lego kayak. Is it? Is it like a? Oh, it's a blow up kayak. I seen it. It's a blow up kayak. Yeah, it's a blow up kayak which fits in a box. You could actually ship that. And some sellers, you guys, just in case you didn't know this, some sellers get special shipping from whatnot, like UPS, or they get free shipping. Um, Sometimes they get a deal because they've done such volume, and also whatnot puts them in like beta testing. Yeah, I know. Don't hit a rock in that. Exactly. What's up, Billy? How you doing? Yeah. Well, you know what? The problem when people sell stuff like that, and I said it earlier, I'll say it the last time tonight. If they don't have integrity and they ship it out and they don't change the label or the box size and it comes to you, there's a chance the post office is going to catch it and you're going to have to pay like $150 for a giant box, or it's not going to be packaged right. I had one of my buyers send me pictures of their order. It was terrible. Shame on that seller. They didn't care enough to pack it properly. Um, so don't be that seller. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, you can go back and watch this on YouTube. It will be there. What's up? How are you doing, Billy? I see you. Good morning to you too. Oh, you're in Scotland. Nice. Yeah. So, we'll focus on the good. Don't be the seller that does that. Be the seller that goes the extra mile for your buyer. Create 100% positive buyer experience so they come back to you. Give them a reason to shop with you. Don't just give them a reason to buy your $1 item and not come back, because they want to come back. They want the deals. I don't recommend selling for $1. That's just me. But if it works for you, then do it. Um, who knows? Maybe I'll end up doing that down the road. I don't know. Yep, you would pay for their mistake. But see, understand this. Millions of packages move through the postal system every day. Millions. Now, what people don't realize is the post office has new machines. The new machines in certain hubs actually scan when they sort, and they're able to detect the weight of the box and the label, what weight you put on it. If they don't match, they get flagged. This is what my post office just explained to me. Okay. When that happens, postage is due. I just had a box the other day. I thought it was $6. It was $8. But my carrier didn't collect it for me. So I don't know if it got billed back or what. She didn't collect it from me because she just delivered it. She knew I'd be good for it. So she might be coming and asking me for it in a couple days. I don't like to focus on negative because it's very rare that it happens to me. But lately, when I like to support new sellers, they're not shipping right because they don't know or they don't care. And it's not just new sellers, it's volume sellers and volume sellers will tell you this, they have a hard time keeping up with it. You know, people have a hard time keeping up with their orders because now they got to hire somebody to do the packing and shipping. Because we have 2 days on Whatnot, which is plenty of time to get orders out. And people complain about the 2 day shipping. To me, I think like, you know, I've had shows where I sold like the most I sold in a big stream was 383 items. It was 120 boxes. I did it in 2 days. And I still had shows, but I didn't sell as much stuff in that next show. But it was just me. I don't have an employee yet. Do I want to have that? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's just one more person you got to pay and deal with all that and make sure they have integrity and pack it right. Because then you got to train them because you're so used to it. But I'm definitely getting ready to do a big pivot in what I do on Whatnot. I'm not announcing anything, but I am going to be doing a huge pivot on what I sell. Yeah, and then people don't realize that when you're packing a box, the post office requires you to have 2 inches of packing material around that item to protect it. 2 inches clearance. So if your item is, 11.5 inches and the box is 12 inches long, you can't use that box. And people just cram it in there. You can't. It has to have a ton of good packaging or it's not covered by the insurance. Yeah. Shake that Laffy Taffy, that Laffy Taffy. It's in my head every time you sell. Yeah. Shake that box. If you hear stuff move around, probably don't have enough packaging materials. Now, some people can pack and it's loose in there because they don't fill it, but those boxes can get crushed. I opened a box tonight. It didn't have extra thing. It didn't have anything breakable in it, so it wasn't a big deal. There was a couple of plush things in it. Yeah. If something is 10 ounces but label says 1 pound, will it get flagged? No. No, because the label is higher. So it won't flag it for underweight. It'll flag it for over. Possibly, not always. Yeah. So it's only through my experience, my mistakes, other people's mistakes that I've Megatron. Come on. Oh, can I see from here if the earth is flat? I mean, I can see the earth. It looks like a giant marble. Yeah. I can see Uranus too. Uranus, I mean. Yeah. You're funny. I appreciate it. It's 9:22 a.m. here, rainy, warm, but you got to take the dogs out, Billy. That's great. So you guys on Whatnot, I talk to YouTube. Sometimes I have people that come over say hi to me. Well, I hope you have a great day, Billy. What kind of dogs do you have? Yeah, so, you learn stuff. It isn't just by guessing or reading, it's also by experience. Well, I'll tell you right now, if you sell something, right? And it's 1 pound, they only buy one item, it's 1 pound, right? And you weigh it after you package it and it's 2 pounds. You're okay. Just change the label. Yeah, change the label. You have up to 5 pounds. Okay, because they already paid for 1 pound. That means if you need to stuff it with packaging or double box it and it's 5 pounds, but they only paid for a pound, they're covered. Just change the label to match whatever it weighs. Not without packaging, with packaging. Yeah. Buy me a coffee against the rules. Who asked about that? Somebody asked about that in here. I talked about it earlier, movie poster, yeah. Buy me a anything is against the rules because we get tips. Yeah, but people do it still. They shouldn't be, but again, I'm not gonna they should know. So, that's Whatnot's job to find those auctions and, they should be reported or removed from that. Yep. It's about language. Use the right language. Just sell an item to somebody. Use that money for your kombucha or whatever you buy, you know. That's what somebody was telling me somebody was selling. Or your Coke or your burrito. Buy me a donut is not allowed. Yeah. It's because we got tips. And, you know, I know people still do it. Buy my favorite was buy my family dinner. Buy me a pizza. People would buy it left and right. There was a man seller on here. I mean, it doesn't really matter who they are. I won't say who they were, but he literally had buy my family dinner at $150. I mean, today, yes, but 2 years ago, where are you going for dinner? Yeah, but whatever, people bought it. Um, yeah, I don't care. Like if they make money off it, good for them. It's none of my business. But now it's like, do the right thing. Yeah, I don't have a buy me or whatever. I'm gonna sell you whatever the item is. Olive Garden, no. That's not real Italian food. I'm Italian, so I will say that. I know my family, my mom loved Olive Garden, and I know that they could. It's just not the same. Yeah, their sauce is not. No. Yeah, I can't eat there. Is that what you want to eat? You want them to buy you Olive Garden? Probably cheaper than in most places. I always have the same response about Olive Garden. I know my mom loved it. I would tolerate it and go with her because I just wasn't a fan. I'd rather go to like a more smaller family type. And we used to have one that was, oh, so good. It was so delicious. All the recipes. And then, the family got older, the fathers died, and then they closed their doors. But they had good sauce, good gravy. Yeah, there's people that have done that. They've gotten reported on it. Yeah, pay my parking tickets might be my favorite one. People are creative, Sometimes, I get why people do it because there are very kind, generous people in whatnot community because I've seen it happen. But also there's a fine line, there's a fine line. Go work for it. Yeah, go work for it. If you're on whatnot and you're streaming and selling, you could sell things, Yeah. But I know some people need help. A lot of people need help right now. So, but this app isn't designed for coming on and, asking for those things. Oh, is that right? They got frozen? Yeah, that sucks. You want to put a help me payment. Oh, that sucks. You have one oh, and it's so good. I love the small bits. Just give me money is more straightforward. You know what 80s did? There you go. I watched this seller one night. It was like the first show, and they were really nice, but they weren't selling anything, right? They weren't selling anything. And then they started getting mad at the chat. And like, you guys, I'm here. I've been here for like 4 hours. I haven't sold nothing. You guys need to tip me. People started tipping this guy. Started tipping him. He was going off on him. He's definitely not on the app anymore. Yeah. Yeah. They did it like 5 years ago. I never even ate the breadsticks. I never liked them. I'm not a fan. Why do you write stuff like that? Don't write that stuff on my YouTube, please. Right? This is not the place to announce it. Yeah. And you don't have to announce your departure. I'm deleting that. But thank you. Oh my gosh. Miss Barbara, how are you doing? How's my beautiful friend? Oh, voted restaurant of the year? Shocker. Yeah, hold my page. You lived in Italy for 3 years. Do you love Olive Garden? The Italian food in America is full of crap. It's full of chemicals. No. Yeah. Yep. I've had like super authentic from like, it's different taste. Yeah. You're fan freaking tastic. I love it. I'm a doing all right. How's the use? I'm doing pretty good, my friend. Thank you for coming in. I saw your hearts earlier. I love Miss Barbara Florentine. You guys should follow. Are you still doing your Pokemon cards? I haven't seen you in a long time. I keep missing. Because I don't know when you go on. Yeah, it just doesn't taste right. Nope, not anymore. A lot of work. Yeah, so Barbara Florentine is an artist and you should go check her out. She has a ton of shows scheduled right now. A lot of raid trains, it looks like. An Artisan Sunday she does. Yeah, you're doing only raid trains and handmade, huh? She's an amazing artist. She used to take Pokemon cards and she would repaint her own scene of that. And she did them for a little while. I know. So how'd that go? Yeah, she was her first live in 2 months. She had broke her shoulder and collarbone. You're welcome. She's an amazing artist. Yeah, I love, and she's really cool. She's real laid back. She's been a huge supporter of me, shouting me out literally all the time, and I never forget that. Yeah, I never forget that. Magdaleno. Yeah, I never forget that. So I love her. She's amazing. What's up, James? Welcome in. We're just having a chat and flash sales tonight in space. Hey, Megatron. There's a seller on here that can imitate you. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm glad you're doing better and you're healing. I got my Sig lighter right on my shelf behind me. Yeah, you sent me. Well, it's probably behind the one thing now. Actually, I won't be able to get to, but it's up behind that baby booty and doll head. Oh, you can't see it. Doll head planter. Yeah, because I was selling a lot of lighters and collecting them. I have a bunch up there. Yeah, I may have put fluid in it, but I don't smoke. I don't smoke, but I just had it. I mean, I only smoke when I'm dressed up like Lady Gaga. That's the only time I smoke. Yeah, I know. Okay, so some 4 people said they like to be called "Hey Chat." Bit it up. I love it. So what's going on with everybody? Is anybody like totally awake? Oh, yeah, good movie poster. Yeah, sometimes it sucks when people like that keep doing it and don't have a regard for the whatnot rules of the community. They should. But again, that's all you can do. You see something, you say something, period. Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate you. They pressed that choice on accident. 80s, dude. Have you bought anything new from the 80s? Like to add to your collection? Yeah, I have a YouTube channel and it's D_archivist. I have a ton of videos. So subscribe to me, you guys. One of the other cool things about subscribing to my YouTube channel is number one, if you turn off your alerts here on Whatnot, because you don't get notified when I go live, if you subscribe to YouTube and I multicast, it'll alert you when I'm live. So you won't get like 50,000 if you follow a ton of people. Hello, Audra. Hello, 5-star vintage. How are you? Yeah, so I mean that's kind of one nice thing. D is yeah, I am the Whatnot Laffy Taffy. I've been always putting it in my orders since the beginning. In summer, I kind of back off on that because it's hot and it gets kind of melted. But I always have been putting Laffy Taffy from the beginning. It gets real gooey. Yeah, sometimes the wrapper, they change the packaging. So sometimes the wrappers kind of suck. But I always have it in my bite now. So I'm going to run some more flash. I have Skylanders. If you're a Skylander collector, I have a bunch of Skylanders running at 50% off. They used to be in a bulk deal, but I just sell a lot of them individually. So right now I'm running them all at 50% off. Yeah, they're nice and gooey. Not yet. You're taking a break from buying. What do you guys like to collect? I'm gonna do another poll. I want to ask you guys about shipping for my upcoming. Okay, so I'm gonna save that and I'm gonna end it. So 83%, which is a pretty good amount, said, yeah, no, we don't like that. I'm gonna add another poll for new sellers or all sellers, or why you haven't gone live. Laura, thank you for the tip. I appreciate you. That was very kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. Sheep, rabbits, and deer. Not cutesy, though. Yeah. What confuses you about shipping? Oh, thank you very much. That was very, very, very kind of you to do that. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I always keep this real mellow. I want to be vibing and chill. I don't need to be screaming at you guys. When I'm on a raid train, I like get a little hyper and excited. Um, but I don't know. This is just me, and I'm real comfortable here being me. Yeah, and then with my friends this is how I am with my friends. Let's see, bundling, how to pack. And then the last one will be bundling. Okay, do you guys think I need any other options? What confuses you about shipping? Item weight with packaging, packing correctly, oversized items, um, or bundling, unbundling. Should I add another one? There should be another one, right? What's up, Bonnie? Insomniac? How you doing? Okay, I put this poll together. I bookmarked more than half of my shows. I have so many. I wish there was a bookmark all. I have recommended that, but I kind of think, to tell you the truth, in my own opinion through experience, when you bookmark all the shows, it doesn't engage in the algorithm. So when people bookmark, it helps with the algorithm. It's a little piece of it. Yeah. So I think you have to bookmark each one. But know that I'm mostly live at night at like 10:23 or 11:23 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, why didn't the new poll come up? Isn't that weird? I just entered a new poll. Okay, I'm gonna end that poll. I have to make a new one. Son of a gun. Anything blue, glass, and vintage. Oh, you do like the blue. I've got some blue in there. It went away. That's weird, huh? Okay. Let's see. Hello, Arnie. How you doing? Very odd. Very odd is right. I don't think I ended it. I know, but you know what happened? It disappeared. It got deleted. Yeah, it got deleted. It's so weird. It did come up, then it jumped to the old one. Yeah, it glitched. I did update the app. I asked for if we could, like, before I go live, I would like to put in 5 polls so I could run them during the show and then save like 2 favorite ones. That would be cool. Yeah. Oh, it's on there. There it goes. That's weird. That is so weird. Yeah, it had the one and then I ended it and there it is. So basically, what confuses you about shipping? So if you're a new seller, even if you just started, um, I didn't probably put the right choices, but I said, what confuses you about shipping? Item weight with packaging, like how to do all that. Packing correctly. Oversized items, bundling, unbundling, all of it. Yeah. What not goes so hard at work? Boy, isn't that the truth? Sable Lou, how are you, my friend? Nice to see you. So, Kat, are you still here, wide awake? That's the worst. Should we switch to the warehouse? Since you guys are asking me all these whatnot questions. Hey, you guys keep it up back there. Wait, you guys back there, be quiet. Get to work. Come on, quit pussyfooting around. Let's go. I just teleported to the factory. Yeah. Wasn't that a vibe? We can go back. I'll be out of here. I got to clock in and clock out. He's taking up the bed, so he had to move on the couch. I am in a different dimension. That's how I keep it interesting around here. I have to get a picture of Labubu's. I mean, we could just do Bob Ross. We could do like a Bob Ross painting. Yeah. I like switching my background. That is not an OBS thing. That's my computer thing. Yeah, I like to switch it around. Sometimes I like the casino. The casino's like a fun one. Yeah. I mean, you can do this with green screen and OBS. I don't want to deal with that. My computer does it for me. Casino, win big. Let's go, baby. Come on. Yeah. I wish I was at the casino right now. That'd be kind of fun. I don't think you're like, also someone came in one night and said they were a recovering gambleaholic and they were really offended by my background. But I mean, that's not the intention, and it's a fake background. There's no gambling, you know. Yeah, it's just fun. You bought some Bob Ross pens? Oh, that's actually pretty cool. I didn't know there were Bob Ross ones. Were they like some handmade item? Remember that 80s dude, that those 2 drunk guys in the casino, and the waitress took forever to bring my cocktail. I was so pissed. Yeah, it was like role play kind of thing. Oh, they're mass made. Oh, okay. Hard 7, baby. Let's go, crabs. Hello, Barbara. Welcome in. Happy little clouds. Is that what Bonnie wants? Or do you want to do like Twilight? Or Twilight? Twilight's kind of fun. I'm still waiting for Edward to jump out of the background and do a jump scare. I think I did that to you guys one night. I scared you. I learned this trick with this. So on my computer, I have a MacBook Pro and it's like an M3 and it has FaceTime, reactions and all that kind of stuff. Like I could do hearts. Sometimes the lighting doesn't read it. I could do like a peace sign and it's balloons. I could do 2 of them and it's confetti. Right? It's pretty cool. No way, 20 years, huh? Sometimes it doesn't work. It's based on the lighting and if you have a busy background. Yeah, but you can turn on some of the features and add your own pictures. And then it works nicely with the OBS. I mean, I can turn it off too. When I do my coffee talk, I turn it off. Yeah. One day I had the casino on and I did like a Zoom with whatnot. And everybody has like their regular thing. I'm like, ooh, good thing I wasn't like a cat or something or like a pony. Double, yeah, I like the double zero. Okay, I'm gonna teleport back to space because that's the vibe I'm achieving. What's up, funny? How you doing? Okay, you're gonna post the other half of that. Yeah, sometimes it works. But you gotta go up to like the little camera thing and turn it on and select it. Then it'll work. Sometimes people don't see that part. You're curious about what I think about sellers who have built a community selling one particular thing, doing pop-ups and selling other things, one of two. I sell a very particular thing, but I also have collections of other stuff. It is jarring for followers. Like if you're niche down and then you start selling other things. I don't I think people could sell whatever they want to. Um, I think like sometimes, and it depends on like your history. I'm gonna look at your profile. Oh, I know we're friends. I'm following you already. I've seen it. And is that your niche where you only sell that? No, you have a couple other things, but they're I love what you sell because I like collect that. I actually used to sell only photography supplies, slides, negatives, prints, ephemera, all those things, right? And I switched it up a little bit because look, there's tons of buyers and you never know. Yeah, I did. And I love what you have. So she sells 35 millimeter slides. Okay. So if you're looking for a project or you want to create like handmade sellers, it's really great. The old 35 millimeter ones. So she sells those. Um, there are there are really cool ways to recycle or upcycle those items. But if you niche down on that, you're going to get a select market, right? I didn't look at the detail of it. Let me see. Unless you actually view it and show a bigger part of it instead of the slide part, watermark it, because people will buy that to make their own print because, or even, more I don't know what your description is. Yeah, so she has it like for example, she sells them in lots. Um, and you sold a ton of them on here, huh? 14 years I've sold 35 millimeter art slides, and now I'm selling them here. Oh, I have to follow you on TikTok. Are you on Instagram? You know what, too? Can I give you some input, Laura? Use the word amateur photography in it. It's a great set of keywords. Yeah. Use amateur photography. I don't think you were using it in there. Yes. You've never heard of those? Oh my gosh, I have so many. I'm a big collector of them. I only collect certain things though. I collect only things that have old photo, like Kodak. I probably have 100 of them. Yeah. I want to make a lamp out of them. So like old 35 millimeter slides that are like old photo booths, photography, cameras, portraits. I actually had a slideshow one night here with this really cool old box I bought, and it was all some of Disneyland, and there was a mixture in that group, and so I had to look at them beforehand because there was a whole nudist colony on row number 4. Yeah, completely nudity camp. Yeah, yeah, amateur photography. Keyword. Doesn't a lampshade be cool? There's people that make that stuff. Um, but yeah, give Laura underscore PDX a follow. She has some great items. Okay, let me go back to the chat and look. Yeah. You have all Star Wars? That's cool. I would, but these are all from universities, legit art history slides. Oh, okay. Yeah. So they're actual, like official. Hold on, I'm gonna look again. Oh yeah, I see it now. Oh yeah. It's so awesome. It's crazy too. Like some of these slides, like um you you're not going to get them. There might be a few, around, but like as time goes on, people are inheriting this stuff and tossing it. And you want to sell your old books? Books are really happening on books are really a very very good seller on this app. Yep. They're really great seller. I've been watching booksellers lately. It's books seem like they're a little bit easy to ship unless somebody buys a whole bunch and then they bundle it up. I was really surprised. I know, I can't believe I could breathe in outer space. Deepak, Deepak, yeah, I can't believe I could breathe in outer space. And funny Chinese 69. You know what? I really don't know. I'm not a doctor. I probably shouldn't give you that kind of advice to help you with that. But you definitely should go see a doctor. Yes, you can if you have a book for sale, list it with a picture of the description, put it in the book category, and then it automatically becomes a media mail product as long as it's in the right category. What's up, Mama Bebo? Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. I hope you met your goal. Kathy, hello. What up? Hello. How are you doing? How are you doing? How was your show? Did you hit it? You're doing 5 a day? I hope you hit it. Everybody give a bookmark. I'm not going to say follow anymore. My new thing is to give a bookmark, actually go to a show and check someone out. So, Mama Bebo, thank you so much. Wiener Junkies, how are you doing? Oh, good. I'm glad you sold over the goal. Yay. Goals are great. No. Carrie, hell no. You'll get burned out. How are you doing, Carrie? No. She's trying to sell 5 items a day when she goes live. No, 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 no. You can do 5 shows a day, but you can't do it every day. You will get burned out 100%. Yeah. Unless you're like super high energy and you can handle it. Okay, guys, I put a poll up. Thank you for the raid. I have a shipping question for you guys. What confuses you about shipping with 5 options? And I want to kind of get a feel for it, like where you guys are. So I'm going to let that run the rest of my stream. It's going to be like in the middle of this part of the page. Minimize it if you've already voted. It does help because I'm going to be sharing it with whatnot. So I'm going to minimize mine and look at it later. We were chatting about something, so I want to just go back real quick. Laura PDX slides. Okay, I think I got everything with that. Yeah, so selling books on whatnot. You love Jupiter? I love it. Yeah. Yeah, so whatnot you can ship media mail. You just put the book in the book category. There's several book categories. There's like I think an antique one, but I was watching this lady sell books. She was such a great salesperson. She had these nice books, and some of them were bid up from $5 to like $100. Um, I've bought a few books on whatnot. I bought a couple of really cool books. In vintage decor, people sell a lot of antique books. Yeah. And the shipping, sometimes the shipping, like you could sell 3 or 4 books and then you could bundle it over. Kathy, how are you? How are you doing? I went back in the chat, so I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, Candy Love, happy Friday. Eddie, what's up? Uh, no problem, thank you. I'm not really a pool person. Fair, but I'll do it if you can tell me how to get it back. There should be on the screen, if you see the polls, like right here, it shows me the results. See that little arrow right there? Hold on. See the little arrow that's like right at the end of the poll? If you tap it, it points up and it hides the poll for you. Okay? It hides the poll. So if you voted, it just hides it. Yeah. And if you don't see the poll, swipe out, quit the app, and then come back to my stream. Because sometimes it might be stuck. And if you're on an iPhone, there was a new update, because there are some glitches with this new update, just so you know. Yeah. Yeah. If you're on a phone, if you're on your computer, it's going to be in the top right corner. You can still vote in a poll on the computer. Yeah. But you can minimize it. And if there's a giveaway that happens to be running at the time of the poll, it shows one or the other, not both at that time. No, I can't, Big Tito. I'm not a dummy. If you read that out loud, it's pretty nasty. So good try, but happy birthday to your fake brother. Good one. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Oh, that makes me laugh every time I hear that. It kept freezing for you and it wouldn't let you. Oh, okay. Yeah, update the app. There's a new update on it. You guys see the app change completely. You bought an awesome collection of oh, you did? That's amazing. I've bought a lot of books on Whatnot and I've gotten some killer deals. It sometimes it will be cheaper to ship it priority, but priority doesn't always fit in the priority boxes. For this show, anything over 5 pounds, I think I'm going to go to priority mail on both. I'm not going to do ground advantage anymore. I just find that it's literally the same exact time. It's not that much cheaper. Yeah. So I'm going to switch to that like I used to always do. Oh, you're on a PC. Yeah, you can exit and close it. Exactly. Mine's built into the browser. I use Google Chrome though. Can we ask for things we are looking for here, or would that be? Well, I don't do it in search of show. You could go to omgyg.com and there's an in search of lists. You could put it there. One of the things that I stress in my shows, like when someone says, "Oh, hey D," I mean, you can ask me, "Hey D, do you have any Labubus?" Right? And I say, you know what? I don't sell that. I get to refer you to who I want to. But if someone's in the chat and they tag you and say, "Hey, I have 6 in my bin right now," don't do that. I will kick you out. I have people that have done that. I just think it's rude. It's disrespectful. Yeah, you don't do that in anybody's stream. Now, if someone says to you, "Hey, does anybody in here have Labubus?" I don't sell them. Yeah, buyers are turned off. And if you click on someone's and you see their profile and they sell them, and you send them a message and be like, "Hey," or if that person asks and you send them a message and then you say, "Hey, I saw you ask in D stream for Labubus. Just so you know, I sell them." About 95% to 100% of the time, those buyers won't come to your show. Yeah, I've had tons of people tell me that. But you can go on omgyg.com if you're looking for something, or you could look at a list on there. There's a in search of ISO list of products that people put on there. I don't know how long it's going to stay on there for. But it was started by Living Bliss Vintage. She used to do a show on Thursdays called In Search of. Now there's other sellers doing it, copying her thing. So, just so you know, it's just good etiquette. Exactly. And that's what people have their stream for, to sell their item, not to come in someone else's and do that. I find that kind of rude. Just me saying. Laura, thank you for the tip. I appreciate you. But if you're ever looking for something in my stream, ask me, because you never know who I'll refer you to. I might refer you to somebody, like somebody came in for coins. I usually am a smart aleck and I'll say, "You know what? I only have coins in my purse." And it's not funny. I like 20 times later, right? I just don't sell them. So I'll refer them to a couple coin people that I bought from that like actually ship you what it is. Oh, thank you for your kindness. I appreciate it. Yeah. And it's, we all learn stuff, right? I'm not going to block somebody if they did that. I want to educate them first because I want them to learn. Some streams, they let you, they don't care. But that's their stream, not mine and not yours. You choose what you want. I invested a lot of time. So it's like, I'm not going to come in your stream and do that unless, and I don't mean you like particularly, just in general. Or like when people come to your stream and they say, "I just wanted to come in and say hi. I'm going live in 20 minutes. Like that's self-promotion, people and buyers don't like that. I've heard that from buyers before. Like they'll message me and say, Dee, why does that person do that in your stream? So I'm not doing my job in like educating. So, just be respectful. Like, we're all trying to make it. We're all trying to do the right thing. Yeah. You disagree with it? That's okay. That's why you have a stream. Yeah. I just find it like, there's a time and place. If I'm selling and someone comes in for that and then someone does it, again, but maybe I should rethink it, right? Yeah. But if you look at what buyers are saying in the room who buy, they don't like it. Yeah. Carrie, I am a community host for Whatnot. I'm an approved community host for Whatnot. So I do chat shows. One chat show a month I do based on the topic they provide me, and I talk about whatever it is in the forum that I speak about. And I was hand selected by Whatnot, along with there's about 30 other ones. And I've been doing that for about 1 year. And basically, what it is we get feedback from the community and we share it with Whatnot. So it's an actual team of people. It helps all of us on the app. It's actually like a really positive thing. And one of the cool perks about it is um, I get to test things on the app sometimes and see things before we get them and give feedback on it, which is actually really cool. But I never like share that information with you guys because that's confidential. Yes, Shop Happy 2019 is one of them. Repurpose Resale, Secondhand Sarcasm, Julie Becker, Jen's Multiverse, um, Fundamentals. There's a lot of amazing people. I'm missing a ton of them. House of Coop is doing it. Um, Shop 801 Lane. Yeah, there's a ton. Yeah, the beta testing is my favorite. I love it. I've tested the app from even before and some of the new features, and I'm just like, please do this. Please. I love you too, my friend. The secret message, exactly. Yeah. Barbara, thank you for the tip. I appreciate you. You're the best. Yeah, so the poll, I will gather the data about shipping and I usually always share it. You know, all of us do different things, but we all kind of have the same common goal as community. All the people that are selected. Sumo Cell does it. I'm trying to think of all the people. I was going to put them all on my site and I didn't finish it. Hello, Peg. How you doing? Okay. Yeah. So, a reworker's passion, there's a lot of people in the community that do it and they'll tell you. Whatnot doesn't tell any of us what to say. They don't. We already align with their rules. Um, as far as the terms go, we all pretty much follow it. And we all love this community. Like, it's where do you get the opportunity to go live and sell a bunch of stuff and make money on the fly? Yeah. So, you know, you can invest in, and I can't tell you guys how many times people message me and ask me, can you give me Whatnot's phone number? I have a problem with my order. And will I totally get that? It's like, I can't do that. Yeah, I can't do that. And I don't actually have a phone number for Whatnot. Surprise, surprise. I have a phone number for people that work for Whatnot, but that's their phone number. I would never do that. But yeah, I've had a lot of people actually message me for that. No, not going to do that. It's called, confidentiality. Yeah, it's a thing loyalty that I believe in. But you should check out, a lot of those sellers I mentioned. Very great sellers. And I know I'm missing one. Okay, let's see what we were talking about. I was scrolling I have my phone down here. Um, what's up, Ty? How you doing? Cracks me up when someone says, "Can I promote my show for 5 o'clock tonight?" You just did. Yeah. So when people come in and they do that, like you get to run your show any way you want. You don't get to come on someone's show and tell them how to run their show, right? Like I wouldn't go to someone's show and go, "Oh my gosh, stop talking, run your stuff," What's up, Chris? How you doing? Yeah. Can I promote my kids' clothing show tonight? I mean, just when someone says, "Can I promote my show?" Watch this. Let's do a test. This is my favorite thing. I see your other questions too. I'll get them. I'm gonna do this one thing real quick, and some of you know what I'm gonna do. Immediately, there you go. So if you're a buyer and someone here, let's just do this. Drop it in chat. No judgment. If you're a buyer and you ask for an item in a show, and they send you a message and say, "Hey, I saw you ask for it. I have it." What's Are you gonna go to their show, or are you gonna stop being bothered? I'm just curious. No go. That's the loyalty here. Yeah. Please hold. I'm doing something right now. I learned a little shortcut with the whatnot. No, no, but you just did it anyhow, right? Um, Let me see. I'm gonna do something, and then I'm gonna have you guys test it. Well, that's weird. Okay, so I'm in 1 minute. It's gonna update. Yeah, only if the seller allows it. But you know, to be honest, that was so crazy. That was whatnot. What in the hell was that? Thought my computer was gonna blow up. It was some weird. You kind of enjoyed it. That was weird. Very weird. Rip headphones users. I've never heard that noise. I have no volume on my computer, but it was vibrating. And I thought, what is going on? Yeah. Okay, I missed so much of the chat, but that was bizarre. Can you hear that? That's interesting. Yeah, there's a different sound now. It's not an echo. It's some weird. Yeah, I did it that time right now, but I didn't do it before. It just happened. It just happened. Weird. Okay, let me go back. I'm gonna go back because I know Laura asked a question. Can I ask one more question about media mail? If I do max 921 shipping for a book show, how much would I have to pay over that if someone? I don't know. It depends. It depends on way too many things to give you the exact answer. It is going to depend on the zone because you don't know if one person's going to buy like 3 books. You don't know if someone's going to buy 20 books. Like there's too many things in it. So whatever they buy over 5 pounds, they're going to pay no more than 921. So put it this way. If someone comes in and you've got some great books, I mean, you won't know unless you try it. Number one. Number two, don't price your books so low that you can't absorb that shipping cost. And number three is know that whatever zone they're in, if they buy 40 pounds of books, because I've seen it happen, or 20 pounds, you're going to pay the difference over 5 pounds. It's going to be basically recalculated. And granted, you have 5 mistakes that are adjustments, but they're not made to use for those kind of orders. They're made when you actually make a real mistake. So I would say watch some of the other book shows to see if any sellers are doing reduced shipping. I don't think so. I don't think so. Now, the other thing is somebody mentioned about flat rate. It's up to 70 pounds. But here's the catch. It has to fit in the flat rate priority mail boxes. Books are weird. It depends on the size of the book. Some of those oversized boxes for flat rate, you might be able to change it to flat rate after the show by toggling the little flat rate option. And then you can make 3 or 4 books fit in one box. But if they bought 6 books and it's like 12 pounds and you can make it flat rate, then if they fit in the box, then you can toggle to that. But if they don't, you're not going to be able to. Will the label tell me it's flat rate? No, you're going to set your show up and it will tell you if it's flat rate or not. You know what I mean? You have to choose that. So on your show, there's a shipping setting. If you put flat rate, just remember this. If it fits, it ships. Those boxes are not very big. You cannot double stack them. You cannot use a brown box. You have to use priority mail flat rate boxes for priority mail flat rate labels. If you use a priority mail regular mailing label and put it on a flat rate box and the post office catches it, I'm going to have to pay the difference and it's going to be like $35 at least. Okay? And it has to be flat. You can't have it sticking up. You can sometimes fit like 3 or 4 books in there. It just depends. But you also don't have to use the square large. You can use the side loading one because they have a couple different sizes. But just be mindful of what may fit in there. There's no guarantee. But if you sell your books at the right price and you have to absorb the shipping costs, so somebody buys 12 pounds of books and you have to unbundle 3 of the books because maybe they bought 30 books at $5 a pop and you could afford you would have to buy that second label for them. So if I set it to medium mail, but medium mail wouldn't go into flat rate. Yeah, so automatic, you don't choose medium mail, but if you put it in the book category, it automatically is medium mail. But caution, don't have anything else that's not medium mail in your buy it now. I think Whatnot's fixed it though. Yeah, they're their own entity, but I think they fixed it when you have a show. You can't choose medium mail. You can only choose, anything under a pound is Ground Advantage first class, and then anything 1 to 5 pounds is priority mail or flat rate. You choose that for your show. And then over 5 pounds, you can have Ground Advantage is the Whatnot default, meaning that's where it selects every time, but you have to use your own packaging for that. You can't use priority mail boxes. So you can switch it to priority mail. The buyer's just paying a little bit more. It's like $1 or $2. Yeah, so anything not medium mail purchase will make the purchase not so it's fixed. Okay, so if I have my buy it now loaded and I have a book show and someone buys 2 books and then a Fenton vase, it's going to now be like priority or Ground Advantage based on the weight. It's going to eliminate the ground. Okay, they did fix it. I know it used to be the other way. It was kind of a pain in the ass. So you don't have to worry about it. Load your bin and just sell your books, but put them in the book category or the appropriate book category. If you have a book sale and then you put them in estate sales, it's not going to go medium mail. It's going to go whatever your default is. Yeah. Buy 10 books and 1 flower frog. No more medium mail. I sold some DVDs and I will tell you something interesting. So, Ribbit, I had the buyer who shops with me all the time. She bought a 1 pound box set of DVDs. Okay, that charged her for media mail. Okay, 1 pound. She should have, it is cheaper than priority, right? So it was like $4.50 or $4.48 for media mail for 1 pound. And then she bought another DVD that wasn't a pound and it charged her another like $4 and it was almost the same price. Media mail. And I was like, I'm going to bundle them together because I can fit both of them in a flat rate box. So that's what I did. So it basically charged her more for media mail. It didn't bundle it to a priority mail. I had to bundle it for that. It should have automatically upgraded her to that when she bought the second item, but it didn't. So I have to report that to Whatnot about that one. Yeah, should have bundled them, and then she should have paid for flat rate, or not flat rate, priority mail, because it was only like maybe £2. Laura, thank you for the tip. I appreciate you. Yeah, so I feel like, you don't know until you try it out, but just price your books like so you don't lose a bunch of money. Yeah, not a problem. I appreciate it. But watch some booksellers and see. This lady I watched, she had these gorgeous books, and they were like fantasy novels with gorgeous graphics. And she had this book, and just the way she was selling it. I wish I remembered her name. I rated her one day. I know it's on my YouTube. Yeah. You literally fell asleep. Did you hear that weird buzzing? All right, let me go back down. Yeah, all the people you named are your top 10, right, Mama Bibo? Yeah. Thank you. Good night. Have a good one. Yeah, you're going live in 20 minutes. You've helped 4 people get started on here, but I never get anything for it. I'm not sure why. For they got to use your link, but if they're in your same household or your address or whatever, um, they're not going to give you the $100. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. But if they're totally separate, they may have signed up on your $15 off and didn't use your seller referral code. That's probably why. You can always email whatnot to ask them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Never come into a show and ask someone to raid you, especially when you haven't invested in any time in their show. I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask, somebody could just say, I already have somebody. I always check. Yeah. I went back in the checks. I want to make sure. Yeah, exactly. Okay, you guys all said some good stuff. What's up, Candy? Would like to ask about quality listings, weighing each item and packing. Oh, you want to hit up packaging at 2 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. I'm just sharing, my experience. Oh, the aliens. Okay, I'm still back in check, because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Rip headphones. That's a sticker. I see you're selling superchargers, sharpshooter, terrapin. It's great. I have 10 of those in my bin for $2. Do you mind if I shout in your room? Tina, should I try it? You sleep swiped a Labubu? No, Darren. I think you should get an outfit for it, like Squishette. I think you should. You're an audio engineer, Smokey Grandpa? That's cool. Oh, you thought that I was going to show you something? Okay, I'm way back, so hold on. I'm going to have to skip some of these. No, I'm not going to show you how to punish somebody. You get to do what you want. I don't encourage. I'm not a seller that says, okay, everybody, D-Archivist just came in and she shared her show. Go block her. That's terrible. That's bully behavior. If a seller does that, red flag. I'm sorry. That's just not okay. There's some things that, people shouldn't be selling on here, but don't bully them for it. Report and move on. You can, there's just some things. Yeah, flat rate was only up to 70 pounds, but don't get screwed by flat rate, because if you do a flat rate show and you put in the actual weight of the item, okay, for your flat rate show, and then remember, Whatnot will bundle all that together up to 70 pounds. You better make sure 70 pounds is going to fit in one box. If it doesn't, you're going to have to unbundle those items for a second box. So if you sell, 10 items and they're or 7 items and they're whatever, 10 pounds a piece, you better make sure you can fit them in 1 or 2 boxes, and you're making money to be able to afford the second or maybe third box, because you can't cram them in there. They need to have some packaging, and Whatnot will calculate them and add them up. So I rarely use flat rate unless I'm doing small items, jewelry and different things. You know what? I have a show today at exactly midnight selling souls and frogs. Do you mind if I promote it? Not at all, Darren. The label will tell you if it's flat rate. Actually, in Whatnot, never, ever, 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 ever. And I'm telling you this to teach you. Print the label on your phone. Don't do that. Use the desktop, the computer, or the browser, and log into whatnot.com. Don't use the browser for it because you can't change the box size, and you need to change the box size and the weight. And you can toggle from regular priority to flat rate. Okay. Just make sure you do that. You'll thank yourself later. In there, it'll tell you. It used to not. It's a new thing. It'll say, it says exactly, I think it says ships expected to ship via, and they'll say first class mail, or whatever method. Yeah. Sometimes it'll say priority mail, say flat rate. You have to read all the things. Yeah. All right, hold on. I'm almost done. Yeah, set it to media mail. Yeah, you don't have to pick media mail. Just if you put the book category, it's automatically media mail. No worries. I think I already talked about that. Reddit, yeah. Yep, we did. Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna have to scroll forward because there's a lot. But I see some of you guys are like writing each other. Souls and Frogs at Midnight. Wait. Souls and Frogs at Midnight. Go follow Thriftworks. I played baseball my whole life till college ball at Texas Tech, but no big show, never got drafted. Hi, Covet. How are you doing? Good morning. How are you, my friend? I haven't seen you in a minute. You guys, Covet is amazing, has amazing jewelry and fun shows, but she does like normal hours, and I'm kind of still asleep. I mean, I'm awake, but I sometimes asleep. Laura, you're so kind. Thank you. Look, I just share, like, we all make mistakes. We all learn. So, can do your show any way you want. But I have told people some things and they've gone to other shows and gotten advice. Like, one of the tips was don't change your box size, just ship it. Don't change your weight. And every single time they go to the other shows and hear that and follow it, they get a buyer that says they had to pay extra money at the post office. So, it's a few couple steps to do the right thing. Cow and chicken. I can get a whole roasted chicken pie all by myself. You can. I'm cracking up. You guys are great. Oh, really? On TV? You love the mic? The mic's fun. I got a new one. It's not new. I already was ordered. I had another one. Yeah. It doesn't charge extra for changing the box size unless it's an oversize. So anything smaller than 12 by 12 by 12 inches, you're not required to do 12 by 12 by 12. If you have a box that's 6 by 8 by, 4, you can use it. 864, 4 by 4 by 4, 642, 576. Or no, what's that one? 5 by 5 by 7. There's so many variations, but it's about the volume. That's what we're paying for. Yeah. Not really. I understand it's late. Wondering, do sellers weigh every item so when you create quality listings, it's accurate with box? Not every seller has integrity. Some sellers are so good at it that they can grab the item and know how much it weighs packaged. Some just guess and they're off because there's thousands of pieces. So every seller learned in the beginning probably to weigh everything with or without packaging. I do remember when I started, I had like sellers argue with me about, I don't have to weigh it with packaging. I'm like, okay, so you ship it by itself? Like, packaging weighs something. And so it was a debate, but I always weighed the packaging with it because I can't just slap a label on a glass Fenton bowl. It's definitely not going to arrive. Yeah, you love that quote cartoon. What cartoon is that from? Is that from Bugs Bunny? Yeah. Oh, that's it. It's a final. You're a new seller. You live all the way. You're very welcome. School stuff. See my new idea. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Selling souls and frogs. You guys, Thriftworks is going to be working on mini whatnot seller pillow plushies. Stop it. You do? Oh my gosh. I'm going to be bankrupt. That's funny you say that, D. I have like a plushie that my mom bought for my kids, and it was like in a mystery box thing. I love it. Cow and chicken. Oh, the car. Okay, the comic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's definitely like a Disney type item. Not approved. Yeah. Oh, you're in Dallas? Okay, I actually caught up. I hope I answered your question. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Bonnie Insomniac. Uh, hold on. LVP Thrift and well, you were kind of complimenting Candy Love. I hope that helped you. Everybody does it a different way. Everybody learns a different way and they figure out what's best for their business model. And, you know, oh, Kathy, what'd you say? I didn't see what you wrote. Yeah. You guys, we all learn, right? And guess what? It's okay to make mistakes and fail. But from the beginning, I always weighed my stuff with packaging materials. Always. Because I mean, I've shipped on other platforms and you got to literally wrap the item properly. Sometimes I found almost every single time I weighed something that was 10 ounces. Literally, I had like a 10-inch rule that item was always a pound and a half, almost 2 pounds when you wrap it, especially when it's like a ceramic item. Every time. Oh, movie poster, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You sent me a private message to answer when I can. I'll probably look Casual Closet. What's up? How you doing? Wait, Casual Closet, how are you? Movie poster, thank you for the tip. You're so sweet. Also, if you guys want to know who my connection is for awesome movie posters is right there. You might regret it though. Oh, to round it up. Let me explain it this way about rounding up. What I've learned. So some sellers, they do one flat uh weight category. So some people run things at 1 pound. Do you guys want to pay 1 pound for this item right here? Adorable. Do you want to pay a 1 pound in shipping? $9.21. Let's hear it. Let's hear the yeses. Do you guys want to pay $9.21 for this item? What about this item? What about this item? Hey, movie poster, thank you so much for the tip. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. This is made of plastic. Thank you. And always thank you for your input. Yeah, there it is. Take care, chat. Take notes, Insomniacs. Okay. Still no. What about 1 pound for this? 1 pound for my whatnot sticker. Do you guys want to pay for 1 pound? Why not? I'm running all my items for 1 pound. See how it doesn't make sense to everybody? Do you think that's an overcharge or an undercharge? It's cute though, huh? I thought they only gave me one. They only gave me one and it's so good. I'm trying to get more. I'd pay 1 million rubles. Which is what? 50 cents. Yeah, so how about 1 pound for my little remote control for my lights? Oh, I should have done green. I don't know what light I have in here. No? Really? I don't have any whatnot swag. Yeah. Okay, you don't want to pay for that? 1 pound. Okay, hold on. How about my poly mailer? Can I put the weight at 1 pound? You guys want to buy it for 1 pound? For you buy it for 1 pound? Okay, you guys get my point, right? They don't yet, but they're working on a swag store actually. Um, I might have whatnot socks because I bought them all in the marketplace. Yeah, I might. Oh, you haven't got your socks yet. I might have a couple pairs of whatnot socks that I'll have in my sock sale. So I'll keep you posted, Covet. Okay, so my point is it's very unfair to the buyer to run And I know, and I'll explain to you guys, you have the option to bid on the item and you're going to bid for £1. There's sellers that run £1 because they have 150 items they're getting through in a speedy manner. Okay. That works for their business. You're overpaying. Can it hurt you as a buyer? If you don't care and you love the seller, then do it. But you can buy less from them that way. So I know that that's how you do fast and you move merchandise out and you don't care. Some people don't do that. Some people put the actual weight, because if it's a pound and you buy one item with the seller, no big deal. Okay. But then if you buy 6 pounds, they got to use a different box perhaps, unless they have priority mail over 6, over the 5 pounds, right? They can even convert it to flat rate, really. And most of them do that. Just know that exactly. But if you put the actual weight, like, okay, if they run everything at 1 pound and they run a tiny, well, this is actually surprisingly, this flower frog is 1 pound. It's heavy. But if they have little stuff and they run it for a pound, you're getting overcharged. You're not going to get a refund back on that. You could buy one item or you could buy 5 pounds. So if you buy 5 pounds, you're good, right? If you are selling small stuff, run it at the weight class it is, especially if you're just running your one at a time and you're not doing fast. If you're doing fast, people tend to want to get through it. So they know on average it's 1 pound or it's 4 to 7 ounces or it's whatever. But if you're running it at the higher class, I want to buy more from you and that stuff goes for pretty good money. If you put it at the actual, as a buyer, the chances of me spending more money with you is higher for me. For other people, they might not care. Okay. What's up, Christelle? How you doing? But I've just noticed that. So people buy up to 1 pound. If they buy 1 to 3 ounce items, Whatnot captures 3 ounces. So in order to get to 16 ounces, you've got to multiply that, right? It's just common sense. But for some people, that 1 pound or that 8 to 11 ounces or that 12 to 15 ounces is the magic number for their business. That doesn't work for everybody. That works for some people, not everybody. And the sellers that do that kind of thing, that's the model. So if you're watching that and you're getting that advice, it might hurt you in the beginning. It might not hurt you in the long run. You have to figure out for you, but just be cautious with that. If you're listing the exact weight of each item as bundling necessary, you know what? It actually will bundle for you. So if Whatnot has smart bundling. So for example, if I have the bundle, it would bundle 1 to 5 pounds, right? And then it's supposedly supposed to start a new box. But sometimes, depending what zone you're in and where it ships to, it doesn't always do that. I honestly think Whatnot shipping is the easiest. I've honestly had one big issue in all this time. It kind of, because I spend the time putting each item's weight in, I don't ever have that issue. I had the issue where I did a flat rate show and it calculated all the weight. I made the mistake of not making it like you buy the whole box and it's 70 pounds. But instead, it was 15 pounds, one box, 20 pounds, and it calculated 9 boxes as one box. So I had to make 17 labels times $8.35. So it was about $145. And wasn't delicious. But luckily, because I captured the glitch and I showed Whatnot, they refunded it and covered it. But that was just because they had my back. Are they going to do that again? Probably not, unless it's some big glitch. I now have learned the lesson and learned the shortcuts. Yeah, exactly. No, I don't think that way is correct. It's overcharging the buyers, but it's their strategy. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and then once you buy 1 pound, it'll say free shipping until you can no longer. But on average, it depends on the show. I think on average across the board, people sell 1 to 3 items. They purchased 1 to 3 items per seller. You have to try to explain to your buyers that your 3 ounce item is only $4.35 for the first and for the rest should be fine. Yeah, so I would just tell them what I tell people is I say, listen, when I put this product here to present it to you, my goal is to get you over 1 pound for $9.21. You're going to get 4 extra pounds. You can buy more with me. I put the actual weight so it doesn't overcharge you or undercharge you. It is the actual weight per item with packaging. So if I'm selling like Doorables, they're 1 to 3 ounces in a bubble mailer. I don't have to package them. They're little. Like I don't have to wrap them up. Sometimes if they're collectible ones and they buy a bunch, then I wrap them like in tissue or in a little bubble sleeve. You know, it just depends. But if it's one, I can go in a bubble mailer. It's not going to get damaged. And it costs $4 something. And when you look at a tiny item, $4.35 is a lot of money to some people. Okay. But you have to look at the big picture and you have to try to explain that to them. Not everybody understands it. So every item you buy up to 1 pound is $9.21. Over that, you got free shipping up to 5 pounds, and it will put it all in one box for you. And if it doesn't put it in the one box, then you probably you put the wrong weight. So always check your weights before you run the item if you're not sure. Yeah. Oh, advice on candy. Quarter of the box was melted and the ice packs were just goo. I mean, it kind of works both ways. As a buyer, like you have to take some responsibility. If you bought chocolate when it's 100 degrees, it's going to melt. As a buyer, you should also ask, what are you putting if you're buying ice packs? They have to have some kind of foam insulation if they guarantee it doesn't melt. But when chocolate melts like that, as the seller, I don't buy chocolate when it melts. I bought something recently and it was all melted too. But I knew that as a buyer. I just thought they'd insulate it better than using Priority Mail bubble mailers as the insulator for a ground advantage package. It was 10 pounds. Yeah, it sucks. I would contact Whatnot. But you did buy it, and when it's hot, so you did take a chance on it. But if they put ice packs and they sold you ice packs, I wouldn't eat melted chocolate like that. Yeah, I would just take a picture of it, because if it was chocolate and it melted and it's all gross together, I would just get a refund. But take pictures, send it to Whatnot. No T-Rex. You need a better scale then? I usually guess. Sometimes like you can, like I can pick up stuff and I know, okay, that package is 4 to 7, but I have a scale right here and I always check. And then I have a little portable one that I have over there by my little packing, and I have the box on it and I check. Because boxes, like my 8x6x4 is 3 ounces, that box. I know, casual closet. I love that you hung out. How you been? Good? Well, here's the thing, Smoky Grandpa. You have 14 days. If you write the seller and you wait 5 or 6 days, you now have less days. So honestly, like in the original, yes, we want to have the seller make it right. But in order to have the most sellers make it right, you would have to buy something from them. Some sellers are in the beta customer service testing. They can refund you. Some do that. So you could reach out to them and see what happens. Give it a couple of days, but then I wouldn't wait too long. I would contact Whatnot with pictures. And sometimes Whatnot will say, well, you have to reach out to the seller. They're in the beta testing. So because the seller doesn't get that message, but they do get the information. Oh, actually, if the seller's in the beta testing, they get the message about the order and they'll see the pictures and everything. You're very welcome, the curated Haas. Oh, Christelle, if you want, you can watch it on YouTube. Yeah, because I already went through that like twice, if you don't mind. You voted oversized item. What's up, Blue Unicorn Boutique? How are you, my friend? See, all the stuff that Red chatted, I muted. Did you guys notice the questions you were asking were getting muted now? What if the box weighs 10 pounds plus? It depends on so much. Yeah. You can buy candy on Whatnot. No, it's been around. We have a whole snack category for like 2 years now. Can you send the buyer a tip? The seller? You can, but if you send the buyer a tip, right? And then they could turn around and go to Whatnot and get a refund too. So, and Whatnot will take it from you if you're in the beta testing programs. So I would not tip them personally. If you come up with an agreement, like, hey, you know what? I'm really sorry. I should have been more clear on that, or it had a chip and I didn't expose it. My bad. You can just say, you know what? You can contact Whatnot, get a return label or a refund. It's based on their decision. Or you can come back and shop with me and I'll make it right. I'll give you a credit for X amount or whatever you want to do. You can do that. Just keep a note of it so you know who the buyer is, and or you can tell them, I'll send you a $10 tip. I mean, you can do that, but just know that they could still go to Whatnot and double dip, because but believe me, if somebody does that, just know Whatnot knows who they are. Whatnot knows who they are, because they don't want that kind of behavior. Yeah. And guys, if you're the buyer that does that, we can see it. We can see when you file a condition claim. It's in our sales because we get dinged for it. Yeah, like I had someone I've had like 15 total since I've been on here. Double dipping ain't like what you think. That's right. What's up, Vintage Chick? How you doing? Okay, Tina asked. Yes, Tina. Yes. Christelle, did you see the part about it? Because I know you came in late, and I only because I was talking about it. I was trying not to discuss shipping, but it's like every time I have a chat show, which is totally fine. It's my choice. I was just talking about on flat rate. If it fits, it ships. So if you can fit 70 pounds in one box without risking the damage and integrity of the box and the items, you could do it. But you got to change your labels to be 70 pounds and use good tape, because those boxes will fall apart. And in that case, I would literally double box or strengthen the box. Yeah, it's kind of goes both ways, especially something like that. How can you get out of the beta testing? What's up, Crystal? You could email Whatnot. You could email them and tell them you want out of it. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't work for Whatnot, but I would assume that you probably could. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for that one. Oh, you got red chatted because I banned a certain thing on here. Yeah, DRaz also is another person that she's also a community host too. Yep. I banned the word shipping. Yep, I did a test. Yep, and boobies is automatic. They can switch it on and off. Maybe international. I can't turn it off. I should opt out because I don't really have any returns. I mean, I have my own terms of it's sold as is, but like if I make a mistake and something gets damaged or it had a chip and I missed it, I'm human. So I've never really needed it either. I'll make it right for the customer. They have to tell me though. Some people love you and then they won't tell you. They'll still leave you a good review. But I want people to tell me so I know, because there's going to be an improvement I need to make in shipping. So I'm not going to be offended or hurt. Oh, I know. I know. You'll see it change real quick. Yeah, I figured. You had to only refund twice in 2.5 years. So Vintage Chick, you're in it too, right? You are, yeah. I think like, I don't know. Let me go look. Let me go look. All right, I'm in my, I never can find it now. They moved it. What's it under now? Yeah, where'd they put it? I don't want to hit support chat. It's, it's in a different, oh, it's in, it's in a weird place. I don't remember. I know. Analytics? It's weird now. Yeah, they moved it. Oh, it's under account health, right? Yeah, I forgot where it's at. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it used to be customer service with a headset, but the headset's off the desktop. I know where it is on the app. Um, it's in my seller hub at the hamburger at the top, I think. Customer support. There it is. So on the app, it's in the hamburger. So if you go to seller hub and at the top there's a icon with 4 lines, click on that and it's called customer support. So in there it has, I have literally since February I've been in it this year. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different 7 different items. One or two of them was stuff I bought. So I had one that was a giveaway someone said they didn't get. I sent them a second one. No big deal. Um, and then one item I made a mistake on that I didn't pack the item because I had some shipping help that day. And then one person ordered an item and said, oh, I made a mistake. I didn't want it was kind of funny actually. I didn't want the item. And then I said, I didn't write them back right away. And they were like, never mind. I figured they forgot to change your address. And then they wrote me and said, actually, I would still like to cancel it. I have realized the situation just got weird. Go ahead and cancel it. I don't want to sell it to somebody at that point. I don't have to accept it. And then a couple other ones were just similar. It was funny. Yeah. And then they had a totally different name. But I have noticed a little pattern is I have people new and they buy an item, I ship it, it gets delivered to somebody else. I've had a couple items do that. And they just came back to me like they don't even exist at the address. Actually, I have one lady that got it, and I said, "Well, if you want to return to sender, I'll deal with it." But she like opened it up and everything. I'm like, you're not supposed to open other people's mail up. But it was still nice of her to do it. And then somebody else got a package, and it was not even a person, but it was her address. And then she took a picture of it and posted it on my social media. I'm like, why would you not send anybody a message? Don't post their address and stuff on there. So that's like another reason why you should have your PO box, folks. Yeah. So in the app, on the computer, I don't know where it is. But basically, oh, and I had another person that literally tried to guilt trip me because they were sleep swiping, but they weren't sleeping. They were having full conversation in my chat, which is funny. And then they bought something and I shipped it and I put candy in there. And then they were like, what did I buy? I go, what do you mean? What did you buy? You were having a conversation about the item. And then they're like, oh, I'm having a bad year financial and everything. It was like $12. I mean, I would have canceled it, but it wasn't the first time. Right? That's right. Okay, thank you. I'll explain that. Yeah, I forgot. Anyway, yeah, so they complained they had financial issues and all that. So I'm like, okay, but I still was shipping the order out because it was the second or I think it was the third time they did this. And the next day, they basically told me they couldn't afford to buy stuff on Whatnot. The next day I went to a stream and they were in there buying all this new seller stuff, like 200 items for a couple bucks a piece. I I don't care if you can't afford it. I don't need to know that. It's none of my business, but don't lie. Yeah, don't lie. They haven't been back to my stream. I haven't even blocked them either. I know they lurk here because they were here all the time. We all got things, it's like that's the least of my worries right now, but don't lie. Yeah. You never had a PO. Oh, Peg, are you still here? I see your message. I don't actually give people appraisals like on what they should sell for, but you have to do your own research because I feel like I'm doing the work for you. So I feel like it's really good for the seller to do some comps themselves. Um, you know what I mean? You got to figure that out. I mean, you made some good points, but I don't do that. I used to get a lot of messages about that stuff. I just don't anymore. Okay, let me see. You've had 4 cancellations that put through because somebody wasn't paid. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is a binding contract and seller doesn't have to cancel it. But there are situations, so like, sellers get to choose if they accept it or not, and they can still take a return after that. What's the deal with what's up, Queen? Some message having to approve. Well, it's just like protecting us. There's a lot of people that spam their shows. There's a lot of people that spam for scam. Okay. Not the same, but they flag them. So if you see a message that is in that group of message requests and it's a spammer, decline it. But before you decline it, block them. You could accept it and then block them and report it. Yes, Kathy, they get refunds. Thank you very much. So on desktop, if you go to messages, there's 2 tabs. One says all messages, one says customer support. It's in there now. Yeah. So like currently I have 0 support requests in the last 90 days. The last cancellation request I had was August 20th. Yeah. Yes. Yes, that happened. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Who else has whatnot dreams? Vintage chick, I used to always have whatnot dreams, but I can't tell you what they are. They made it my fault and then blocked you. Did they, there, Parks? I think I've been blocked. Thank you so much, Smoky Grandpa. I appreciate you. Have a good sleep. Yeah, it's 5 a.m. for you. I appreciate you hanging out. Hey, Red chatted. For whatever reason, I don't know. It just does that. Thank you so much. That was very nice of you. Yes. Oh, yeah. I actually had somebody before the beta thing. They used to come to my shows a lot and they bought something from me. And then I was doing my chat show and they kept bidding on the item with someone else. And then I don't know what they bought, but it wasn't super, but they bought 5 or 6 of the item, I think it was. And they said their 2-year-old bought it. And I was like, back then, I didn't have to get a message that intercepted the shipping. I could just ship a label. And I'm like, it says on my notes, it says everything. Like, I get it, but it's not. Keep the phone away from the 2-year-old. They don't need to be shopping on Whatnot. No kids under 12 years old should be on Whatnot. Not after the things I've seen. No kids, please. Please don't watch Whatnot with your kids. I mean, if you don't care about people swearing or things you might see that your kids might see, that's your business. I'm not going to judge you. I don't care. But just know that you can't control what other people say in their streams or do in their streams. So it's not for kids. This app is not for kids. Honestly, it's not for teenagers, in my opinion. Not after what I saw the other day. Yeah, I mean, things happen where the phone's there on the table and the kid grabs it. But anyway, she bought 4 or 5 items and then she sent me a note, my kid, can I cancel it? And I'm like, one of them was being bid up, I think. But no hate to the person, but I shipped it, Yep, I shipped it. And they kept it. I think I got a good review. Why doesn't Whatnot have a return receipt when they get them back instead of giving them the item? I have no idea. Ask Whatnot. Maybe because it costs more money to ship it back and it's better to just give a refund. But they pay attention. They note the account. So if you call up and you email the thing, a message in the app and it says you did 12 returns in the last 30 days on 14 purchases, it's probably going to raise a red flag. Yep. Yeah. Spill the tea. Yes. No tea. I'm back in the chat. Oh, what I saw. I can't. Just put it this way. It was a young man doing stupid things. And he got pulled off real quick. I don't know why I said it like that, but it's on Reddit now, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I saw that. Didn't want to see that. Swiped right in and right out of it. You know, I would. I would clip it and download it. Yeah. No, I wouldn't. For that, that would be just like, come on. Now, if I was reporting it and I couldn't get any attention, I would clip it, download it, and send it in to Trust and Safety. Yeah. That's when that. I had another one the other day I saw that came on. He was by himself. What was worrisome is, okay, I'm going to talk about intoxication right now. So if alcohol is a problem for you, you got to leave. But the guy was intoxicated. I'm not going to say anything bad, but he literally was drunk in a hotel, disorderly, and like you kind of wonder, like, are you going to be all right? Like he could barely function. And then he was flashing in his lower part, but he had pants on. And then he's like, "Hey, if I get a tip, I will jump in the pool, maybe with clothes, maybe not." Yeah. And then he went to his hotel. He could barely walk, and he was like bragging about being an expert of whatever. And then I'm looking at him and I'm like, I think I know who this guy is. He works for someone on the app. But regardless, it's not the place for it. But I didn't comment in that chat, but he was like cussing people out, and it was just ugly. Um, it was ugly. And all of us care about whatnot community, and yes, funny things happen. But like it looked like he got approved instantly, and that shouldn't happen. Yeah. Because one, somebody could get hurt or tell their location. And I think that, that's not okay. Yeah. Adults, go do what you want. But like, imagine if the guy I saw that was like literally in his bed doing something to himself and somebody's kid was on whatnot. I mean, come on, guys. You had a customer ask you if you were drunk. I mean, people drink on their streams. They're not allowed to be intoxicated like that. That I think is one of the rules. I don't know. I'm not offended by what people do, but I don't really care. But when it comes to like the community, it's like, come on, do better. Yeah, do better. I mean, we all get a good laugh out of some of the things. I mean, I think I've seen everything on this app. It's crazy. Yeah. And when I first came on it, because every app has some story, something happened or whatever. But like it's nice when that stuff doesn't happen. It makes a safe community for not only for everybody, but for women. I've been in streams where it's, some of the stuff they say in those streams is very, very disgusting. Yeah. Like I can't even believe sometimes in the sports cards. I just leave. It's not for me. Am I going to report him? No, but it's gross. Yeah. And we know. Yeah. We're not going to come in there. So why would you, you are not. Yeah. Yeah. And like if you see someone having a medical condition or an issue during their stream and they're not responsive, there's an emergency option to report on their profile. Do it right away. Yep. Because I had a friend that happened too. Cammy Cool Beans. Cammy Cool Beans, what's going on? How are you doing? I saw you. You had a show this morning. How did you stay PG for that audience? Yeah. So the stroke thing is great. Saved her, yes. That's amazing. Apparently they've never been to your show. Yeah. Yeah. We're all adults. There's rules. You gotta read the rules, follow them. Not everybody follows rules. Some rules are made to be broken, but like if you want to keep your account in good standing, follow the rules. Ship on time. Ship correctly. Represent the items. Show a picture of your items in a description. I mean, it's in the terms, but not a lot of people read the terms. Yeah. You guys, there's more good than bad. There's not an emergency tab, but if you click on my name, you click on the profile where the circle is, and it says view profile. Okay. On the phone, because most people are on the phone, if I click on Kathy P's little circle or her name, her thing comes up. At the very bottom is a caution mark. It says report. If I click on report, it says live emergency. Okay. If I click on live emergency, it has to be something that it's death or serious harm. Okay. Click on that. And then a box comes up and it says Okay. It says like active emergency. If someone is selling something you don't like, selling naked pictures, don't report live emergency. It's not an emergency. This is bodily harm and they're drunk and disorderly and out of control. That's part of it, in my opinion. Report it. Treat it like 911, only emergency things. Daytime is hard, I know. So that's how you report. But for live emergency, I'm going to show you Kathy's profile. So once I click on her name, there's Kathy's thing. At the very bottom, it says report. Sorry about the reflection there. See how it says report down there? You click on that. And then the very top one is live emergency. I'm actually going to make a YouTube of this because a lot of people have asked. But make sure it's for whatever good reason, okay? Yes. Yeah, a lot of people use stock photos. I have already expressed my thoughts on stock photos, so some of them are okay when you use barcodes, but you still got to add you're technically supposed to add your own. Yeah, but again, like I had a friend that something happened to her on the app, and it wasn't like her on the app, and she was having a medical condition, and luckily somebody knew what some signs what was going on, so it got reported. And then another seller lived locally, so went over to check on the person. Yeah, you're welcome. There is a policy in the terms. Yep, there is. If you read it, you'll see that it says you have to use your own photos. Don't take them from the internet. It says it. I don't worry about what other people do. Vintage chick. I only do what I want to do. And as a photographer, I don't like to steal people's pictures. But believe me, I thought, I could save time. Nope, just can't do it. It's been in there since the beginning. You have to use actual photos of the item and an actual description when listing. It says it. It also says you have to list what the giveaway is, and you have to show the giveaway. You have to label the giveaway, not free stuff. Free shit. Yeah, you have to actually label it. Yeah, you have to actually label it, put a picture of it, and show it. That's the rules. So somebody could actually report you. Look at that. Yep. I went after a big chocolate company. I won. Me and my friend. Well, it was under him, but I was part of the picture, so I was involved in it. Huge chocolate company stole our work, our photography, because we happened to photograph some of their chocolate, and they put it on a huge advertising campaign. 700 is nothing to get fined. Yeah. It can be more. I've seen people get millions of dollars stealing other people's photos. I had a girl in here stealing my jewelry photos. I told her, you better take them off. Send her a cease and desist letter. Not afraid. Yeah, the photos are not owned by you. You can't steal them and use them for your listing. So if you're doing that, do better. Do better. Don't take other people's work. Yeah, sometimes people use images like for certain things. If they're commercial free, you can use them. But don't go download Mickey and Minnie Mouse and then put them on your thumbnail and think that's okay, because you're stealing their work. Don't download a watermark image from stock photo sites. Just buy it, and they're pretty cheap. And they give you a license for it. Like, I've bought tons of stock photography that I needed for like campaigns, projects. It's more money now because you buy it like on credits. Yeah, well, you're not going to get reported, but that's the rule of Whatnot. Somebody can report you. What Whatnot does, they may, at their discretion, make a judgment on your account. They may mark your account. Eventually, their software gets so smart because they're implementing AI right now with the listings. The listings, they're going to scan through them with pictures and descriptions and titles. If your item doesn't match, eventually it'll be like, this is a community violation. Just like when you send a message to somebody and you write, like if you joke with someone, you're such a hoe. It literally comes up and says, this is a community, or you're a effing hoe. It usually will say in there, this is a community violation, won't send your message. So it's had that for a while. I'm surprised because actually a long time ago, somebody sent me a couple of dirty pictures and it got through. But now I notice when the pictures go, they don't. Websites, they don't. Yep. Good. Olga, oh my gosh, 5 o'clock in the morning. Get some sleep, my friend. I'm probably going to go to bed too. It's 3:08. Yeah. So, but again, I tell you guys this because I'm only telling you what it says on the Whatnot website. Because other people do it doesn't make it right, but it works for their business and they may not care. You just sent those pictures? Did you send me some pictures? Are you being the ones you stole from me? No, are you sending me those nudies? I mean, just kidding. Oh my gosh, she sent me that. Yeah, right. Flip USA. Flippin' USA. Thank you very much for the raid. We are just chilling over here in we're just hanging out talking about Whatnot and shipping. Thank you for the raid. What do you sell and when's your next show? Flippin' USA. It sounds like flipping everything. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome in, everybody. It's 3 a.m. here on the West Coast, but on the East Coast, for some of you, it's already, morning time or wherever you may be. Yeah, it's crazy how that happens, huh? 6 a.m. here. Yeah. How do you guys feel about clips? If somebody clips you and puts it on their social media, I'm just curious. No, I don't mind. It depends. Yeah. I like if they ask me. I don't want someone to stream me, even though they have, you're a fan of it. So, casual closet, I'm going to come over and then clip you. That would weird me out. Yeah. Well, it's a great feature if you want to advertise on your social media. It's really great. Also, people can record you all the time. They do it to you on IG all the time. Yeah, you want people to clip you and put it out there. It's just Whatnot. It doesn't deal in change. It just deals in dollars. Yeah. Yeah, it's free promotion. Exactly. Bad PR is good PR for a business, usually. What's up, Bonnie? How are you? Only thing they're going to clip me is my hands. Well, be careful how you handle that glass. Only way around is to have a flash sale. Yeah, exactly. You clip me? What? For real. Thrift works. Let me give you something to clip about. It's in your profile. I love it. I don't care if someone clips me. There's some clips out there. But there was one time that somebody sent me a dirty picture on my Whatnot, and I did an unboxing, and I didn't know there were dirty pics in it. I was really pissed off, actually, but I showed the clip so fast. Yeah, it was mean. I had no clue. It was a little tiny picture, but it was also a very rude picture. Yeah. Yeah, it was rude, but it was funny. I did laugh. You have to laugh. But after I was like, come on, really? You want to get me banned? So they're like, show the picture, show the picture. I'm like, absolutely not. And I went and showed it really quick. Yeah. This person, yeah. This person, they're the same person raided me one night with about 50 people and basically asked everybody in their stream to say that that other person had better pricing than them and that my prices were too high. Literally, it was terrible. Yeah. I was kind of blown away at that because I thought that was rude. They were trying to be funny. that's rude. Yeah. And then they convinced me to co-host them, and then to tell me they were kidding around, and then tell me F you, I love you. And then I never will host them again. Yeah, they're not on the app anymore, but I was still in shock that somebody would do that, especially when I was like, a good so-called friend to them. So you never know who people really are on the app. Yeah. So definitely not. People never cease to amaze me either. I don't know. It was weird. Casual closet. Like I wouldn't, like, maybe, I don't know. People are different, right? Like I would never do that to anybody. It's just bullying. Yeah. Yeah. So, you learn lessons all the time, right? So, yeah, I adult bullies. Yeah, pretty much. And there was signs. I'm sure they lurk in my shows, but there were signs. Do I hate the person because of it? No. I just know who they are. They showed me who they were. So there's like literally no chance I'd ever even talk to them. Yep. Yeah, Kathy, you were there. You never say who it is either. I think you were there. Yeah, and then they were like, I'm just kidding. It's literally on my YouTube. Yeah, it's on my YouTube, and the title is Did I just get bullied on Whatnot? And at that time I didn't record the chat. Yeah. Everybody runs to YouTube. And I was kind of shocked because I like the seller, but again, there was lots of people that had drama with the person, but no ill will, nothing. Lessons learned. But I thought it was messed up. But what made it kind of worse personally is the people that came in and went along with it. Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that to a nice seller? Like, who does that? So it made me think of those other people, like, okay, still tucked in the back of my head. Yeah. So people, when they engage in that kind of behavior, they're almost worse than the person who instigated it. Just like, the other day there was somebody selling some postcards that they're against the rules to sell, and they're offensive, and you report it and move on. And people were bullying the person, and I would not do that. I wouldn't want to do that. You try to want to help them and tell them, but let them play around with it and find out. Yeah. So I don't have time for that kind of energy. I'd rather put my energy in positive things. And I don't even, like, I haven't talked about that in such a long time, but I don't, it's in the past. I don't want to stay living there. I don't live there anymore. I got other better things to do, but it's just, we all learn things, right? Yeah. Got to learn. And then after we learn, hopefully we learn valuable lessons. Yeah. It's super toxic. Yeah. Oh yeah. The co-host was crazy. I couldn't wait to get off that co-host that night. For a couple of weeks, I was just still like shaking my head, like, I can't believe that happened. I can't believe that person did that to me, because I've been nothing but helpful to them. But, things happen. Yeah. So just pay attention when people tell you, or they don't tell you, they show you who they are. Every time someone tells you, shows you who they are, believe them. Can someone come back with a new name after their band? Yeah, they can. They can have a fake account. But I think they don't let people back. I don't know. It depends. There's situations, right? So you'd have to really, to be honest, ask Whatnot that, because I don't know how they implement stopping them. They could get their wife to do it, or family. I don't really know. Yeah, it just depends. But you know what? This community is so wonderful. Just don't be a bully. Yeah, don't be a bully. There's a lot of people that are. All right, wonderful people. It's 3:17. It's 3:17. Don't be a bully. Don't be a bully. Be a good human being. Care about other people. But don't forget about the most important person in your life. Don't forget to care about you, because you're really the most important. When you could care and love yourself the most, guess what? Your cup is full and it has room for others. Your son, the girlfriend. doesn't like me, has a fake name, and comes up to your shows because she's dumb enough to tell my son. Are you serious? Well, you know what? I will tell you. Maybe from experience, maybe not. Don't block her. Let her watch you win. Let her watch you win. My haters be watching. I see them. I see them on YouTube. Yeah, let them watch you win. And if they don't like it, or they say, or that person says, oh, you're not like that when you're around us, maybe they're toxic and they get that version of you back. Matched energy is a thing. Yeah. Vintage Vixen. Tonight's the night. Every night. Why is he still dating her? It's none of Molly's business why he's still dating her. I could tell her the answer. Also, if you're close with your son, she's probably jealous. 100%. You're random. It's up to you, Casual Closet. I have a day rate. So if you have 50 items or 100 items, it's going to be the same. But if you have more than like 200, it's going to be a different rate. She's jealous. Yeah. It's so weird. I have to say, I've seen some jealousy myself over dumb stuff. Like, there's no one I'm jealous of. Nobody. For what? For what? I'm jealous of people that can sleep. Okay, I'll admit it here first. I'm jealous of people that can actually sleep. For real. I am. Because sometimes I could sleep, but it's like a couple hours. Yeah. And then if I can't sleep, I'm up a whole bunch. I'm only like, I need like 8 hour. Although I did get one. It's been like 4 months since I slept till noon. So that was like 5 hours sleep. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna go raid. So I'm gonna find somebody to raid on the app because you know what that means. It's bedtime. So you guys like the mic? It's working. Let's see. Let's see what's going on this morning. I'm trying to find people that I've never raided. Mike, what's up? I was gonna ask how you guys how are you? I was gonna ask, like, you guys do late night I don't think so. It's because I have my fan on Thriftworks. Peekaboo. Okay, how's that? Is that better? I was gonna ask you and Becca. Becca was in the other night when she won her little thing. If you guys sleep during the daytime because you're up so late also. I hope you're doing good, by the way. I can't sleep all day because I have to get up and I have kids. So I have to take them to school. But it's Friday. It's Friday. If you're just popping in, look, bookmark and follow me. It sounds more mechanical. See, there's something with the sound on whatnot. I'm having so many issues with OBS. And I've deleted it, reinstalled it, stripped it. I don't know if this version of their update it's kind of shitty. Sleep until about noon on our late nights. Yeah. I'll take a nap. I took a 2.5 hour nap. That's why I stayed up till 3:20. You got to get ready for a festival. So, oh, nice. Well, thank you for coming in and hanging out. Okay. I am going to find someone to raid. She was in here earlier. She was really nice in the chat. Oh, she's brand new to Whatnot. What is she selling? Let me see. Why? Mm, people. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna raid someone, but it was nice to hang with you, Kathy Cakes. Your kids are older, so you can do it. Yeah, they can handle their own, self-reliant. Mine are too, but they don't drive yet. We got to get that going soon. Soon, one of them will. Okay, I'm gonna pick someone to raid. You know what? I think this person's new to me. Yeah, they are new to me. They have 11 people. The dogs are like having toddlers, huh? I'm kind of looking for someone that's kind of new. So hang on, I got a couple of people here. We'll raid this person. Her name is Marsha underscore the goat and green lizard. Does anybody know this seller? I think she's come on my shows a few times before, but she is doing ephemera right now. You messaged me the clips. Okay, I'll have to check it out. I'll check it out and message you. Anyway, she has a show right now. The ephemera confessional raid train. Okay, it's a raid train I'm going to get you guys on this morning. So let's go check it out. We're going to raid. I'm going to come back into my show. I appreciate you guys tonight. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to, before we raid, let me check the poll. Let's see what our poll said. What confuses you about shipping? 42% said all of it. Okay, so you guys, on Tuesdays, if you participate in that poll, come to my chat show, and we can talk about it. Yeah, choo choo. Let's go check it out. We're gonna go raid her. I don't know her, but I follow her. I know she's coming to my shows, and there she is. Her name alone is amazing. Okay, friends, thank you so much. Check out the seller. They're almost to 1,000 sold. And, I shared this information with you so you could do better and be better. It's up to you, like what you want to do with the info. And trust me when I tell you, there's a lot of sellers that give you some really great advice on whatnot. Just make sure you do your job and go read all the terms because it is your business. And anybody could tell you anything. I could tell you, hey, put free shipping for everything and sell it for $1. I'm not doing you any favors, so I would never do that, but I'm just letting you know it's up to you. Yeah. You guys have a good night. Thank you. I will sleep well. All right, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.